Also, I'm gonna experiment a little bit with audio because I went back and looked at or listened to the VOD, watched and listened to the VOD from when we streamed this on Wednesday of last week, and I remember Irossi had pointed out that the audio was a little bit low when we first started, so I raised it pretty significantly, which helped. But as I watched the rest of this, I didn't watch all of it, but I like kind of skipped around a little bit, and I saw the audio was still pretty dang low. So I've raised it as high as it can go organically in OBS. So let me know if it's too loud or if it's still like excruciatingly quiet. If it's still like it's quiet, I can't hear shit, Alex, this is making me miserable. I worry about shit like that, like noises that are kind of loud, but there's so much of this game that is very ambient and very kind of quiet. So I'm trying to be mindful of the sound design and like the sound experience for this game because it is a significant part of the game. So that being said, ocean is soup, but there wasn't much talk about the ocean. Yeah, I was kind of bummed that the title talked about cabbage soup, and it was like cabbage soup, and then it talked about bread. So I was like, well, I guess we're talking about why cabbage soup is awful. And then at the very end, they talked about ocean is soup. So I guess it kind of morphed into this discussion of cabbage soup is a microcosm for the ocean or something. I don't know. It got weird, understandably. What's up, Pasmati? The PS1, I love it, isn't it? Even as a person who never owned a PS1 back in the day, it's still nostalgic for me, so I respect that. It's up to boss. That's correct. All doors are locked. Correct. That is the experience. Yeah, I was talking to Gracie. Well, I can't remember what we were talking about. We were talking about something in relation to video games. And I remember what it was. I was showing her Pikmin because she loves like naturey things. She's a fellow hippie, and we were talking about something and it reminded me of Pikmin. So I brought up a YouTube video of Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2, and I remember her commenting like she really she really enjoyed seeing the gameplay for Pikmin. Again, she likes the naturey stuff, which is fun, and she likes the little Pikmin designs. They're very cute and fun and like adorable. And she said that like she's not really much for video games. She's not much into games herself necessarily. But she supports the stuff that I do here on Twitch, which is always nice, and the stuff I do on YouTube. And she said, I've never played Pikmin 1 or 2, and I never played games around the time when the games came out, but looking at that footage made her nostalgic, which is something I can respect because, like, when I played Hexen and, like, Heretic, like, playing those games, like, I didn't play games during that era. Or if I did, it would have been just N64 games. I didn't play, like, Doom or anything back in the day, but, like, yeah, in a similar sense, I feel, like, secondhand nostalgic, kind of, sort of. It's all because I like cabbage, but cabbage soup does not sound particularly appealing, honestly. So, if the ocean is cabbage soup, then it means that the ocean is a not good place. Then, thank you, Hasmati. Thank you. It's good to see everyone. Thank you for being here, by the way, and thank you for your patience as we go through some weird channel point incentives, which were very fun, but also kind of time consuming. A non-zero amount of cabbage. There probably is. There probably is some amount of cabbage in some ocean somewhere somehow. Sea lettuce, that's right. It's kind of like seaweed, kind of sort of. But there's a joke to be made there. All right, so last time we had explored the top floors. I'm sorry, we explored most of the bottom floor. We explored a decent chunk of the top floor. Did we explore those classrooms? Let's double check. Also, how are we doing inventory wise, ammo wise? So we have, okay, we have 6 healing majiggies. 36, wow, we have a lot of ammo. Well, it feels like we have a lot of ammo. Maybe in the grand scheme of things, we don't have a lot of ammo, but for now, we're doing pretty all right. So hearing questionable noises once again. What I can't remember, I remember we explored the north area, the left areas. We explored a lot of stuff pretty thoroughly. I can't remember if we explored the hall in the top right or these 2 classrooms on this side. I know we explored stuff on the second floor. I also know we picked up a golden medallion or some kind of circular fixture that can obviously go into the clock tower, which is in the courtyard on this floor. So we'll want to handle that as well. But I feel like when I do that, it will do something. So I want to issue forth a breadth first search, like look at everything at the surface level before diving deeper in any one direction. secondhand nostalgia, rather. Yeah, exactly. Jump up superstar. Yeah, for sure. I can definitely feel that too, Arctic, and I'm sure that was very much deliberate from Nintendo's part. So it's like, it's obviously a new game, and the nostalgia might even be legit for people. It like reminds people of just Mario things, like older Mario games. But you're right, it also has kind of just an old-timey feel, and that old-timey feel is very evocative. So it's like, I think it leans on a number of things very effectively between the Mario stuff and just like, and this, just that style of music and like kind of like the old-timey vibes that it brings with it. So, have I been in here before? I think I have. I recognize that wolf masterpiece. That is a good drawing. Oh, by the way, am I on correct background? I think I am. Yeah, dark background. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. Just want to make sure. Yeah, I remember looking at a bunch of these. It just weirded me out because I noticed that there were no marks on the... Okay, yeah. So I haven't been here before because there were no marks on the map previously. Some kind of positive thing, yeah. It's this image to the that's just above Harry's head right there, where the guy's going like, meh. Like, I wonder what that is. I wonder if any of these drawings are supposed to be kind of like off-putting at all, because the enemies, like the monsters in this game, are disturbing and weird and strangely human and also inhuman. And these drawings are a little bit similar. So, I don't know, I'm just kind of pondering out loud. I wonder if that is not a coincidence. Also, I didn't notice this either last time. 9-1 cut, C-U-T. There's dog-like things. There's another, like, little monkey fella. Little monkey lad critter with his little arms outstretched. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting stuff. The way this game may or may not be spoon-feeding me a little bits of detail. So there's a couple doors back this way across other classrooms. Car, by the way. Nice image. Like a little bit of a dinger, maybe. Well, if we believe hard enough, everything can have a penis. Anything and everything. Screenshots. I remember somebody pointed out that Kindergarten Cop, like the layout of the school, was based on Kindergarten Cop, which is so fucking wild to me. It's also interesting that this takes place in Maine, but this is Chicago news. I can't like move the camera up, or at least I don't know how to. Yeah, there we go. There's a Chicago news article or some kind of newspaper clipping posted prominently. So I don't know if that's a reference to something else, maybe. Think it's of a frog? Now that I know how to move the camera. I can see it. Yeah, like a dissected frog. That would actually kind of make sense. Not aware of that. Yeah, that's a fair point too. That might have just been like just a little oversight. Or you could say like, oh yeah, they were researching. They were studying like the Chicago fire or something like that. Alright, so whenever we hear that noise, these are spooky things afloat. However, I'm not aiming at anything. Oh my. Oh Jesus! Oh crap, that scared the fuck out of me. So we learned last time that these little lads, I think, are harmless. But it did legitimately startle me, because I see on the side here. You see this on the side? Hold on. So I guess we get this noise whenever these lads are nearby. Even though we were informed that they are harmless. A cut boss fight. Oh, really? That Alyssa... Who's Alyssa? Unless it's a spoiler, I guess don't tell me. But yeah, I don't think I know who Alyssa is. It's a lot of environmental... Yeah, for the PSOne, which is really incredible. Yeah, I saw this. I moved the camera up. I was able to move it up earlier. It says Mary... No, it says... My... M-E-R-Y... I don't know. It's just... That's a disturbing thing to see. All right, small little alien fucking child. Anything else of note on the wall? I'm like clicking the use button. See, because I just, that's very striking to me, that drawing. I was wondering if I could interact with that at all. Alright, so let's grab some more ammo, because you always want to keep handgun bullets in a children's classroom. That makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Not sure about the story. Oh no, well, I mean, I this is my first time ever playing a Silent Hill game ever, so I know nothing about any characters ever. I know nothing about anybody. No, I know nothing about which protagonists there are or which bosses there are. I don't even know if there are bosses in a Silent Hill game, honestly. So I would say, yeah, when it comes to like other games and like other like key story moments, I would ask for people to just be a little bit mindful of spoilers, that kind of thing. I'm not gonna like bite your head off if you like. Yeah, like I understand that I've observed interactions where some streamers are really, really, maybe a little bit sometimes cavalier, overly cavalier about like nothing even resembling a spoiler. Like, don't you dare tell me that like there's a level that involves a school later on. Like that, you know, that's fine. So I like to think I'm pretty reasonable. But yeah, I would say, yeah, like in a general sense, best to err on the side of caution, actually. But because yeah, we're still pretty early in. Early in on the game, and early in on my experience of the game. Although it has been a very positive experience. Even though these little larval children are being very strange and very weird. Oh, and there's, speaking of children. Speaking of kids, let's murder some right here, I suppose. And I can't shoot him. Maybe I'll take this as an opportunity. What button is it? There it is. I guess he didn't like me killing his buddy. There we go. So yeah, like Arctic said, there's just so much environmental detail. There's just a lot of things to appreciate for sure. There'll be Easter. Okay, good. There'll be a secret Easter bunny boss. Very good. Throw chocolate eggs. That's right. And then he's an allegory for Jesus somehow or something. I don't know. That seems legit. That seems legit, and I'm looking forward to it. It's good. That's how you center the camera around. So we've explored the 2 classrooms on the side. We haven't been to the hall yet. I wonder if there'll be kids in there. Kids in the hall. It was a Canadian sketch comedy show from the 90s and early 2000s. So it was fun. It was a fun show, but, you know, there's a lot of competition. There might be some weird, similar metaphor. No, actually, we've been here before. Yeah, we've been here before. Yeah. Metaphors in Silent Hill games. I'm sure there are. Since I've never played any Silent Hill game ever. Oh, it's jammed. Okay. I don't know of any, like, obvious... Well, I guess maybe, like, Pyramid Head, maybe, is some kind of metaphor for something. I know there's like, I don't know if it's this game or some other Silent Hill game where there's like a bunch of like sexy nurse zombies that murder you or something. I don't know. There's probably some like metaphors to be made there. Kids in the hall, yeah. Like I can only remember a couple of their skits, but there were some pretty fun ones from what I recall. Oh, I guess it was locked from this side then. This particular side of it. Because yeah, we couldn't go through the north area. I remember that much. Were there monsters? I think there were, but we murdered them. That's right, we have a run button. See, I'm remembering. I remember. So let's go to the wait, can we go up more? We can go up one more. Oh wait, no. Yeah, no, we should go up one more floor because we only explored one area. In fact, what I should do is I should go up the other direction. Because I think, ooh, good camera. Ouch. We should go up the other floor. Or I'm sorry, go up the stairs on the other end. Because that'll make it easier for us to get to the new areas. Because we explored the top floor on the left-hand side of the map, so now we're going up the other side. So there are just a lot of metaphors. Interesting. Okay, so there's a lot of interesting rooms for interpretation. Something I can certainly appreciate. And talk about cool sound design. Like this noise is so unnerving, and I don't know what it could be. Like I don't know what that noise could be. Oh, I lied. Looks like I'd only explored the right-hand side. What I meant to say was the left-hand side is new. So never mind. I'm full of shit. So let's go up and around because I think that door on the bottom path is locked, I think. Abstract Daddy. I don't know what that is, and I'm excited. And afraid. So I don't know what that noise means. I know what the jingle jangles means. I know what the static means. Like all these children's artwork again, it's off-putting enough where I can't tell if it's weird and abstract and nightmarish because a child drew it, or if that was an intentional inclusion from the developer's perspective. I do not know. Abstract me, daddy. Oh whoa. Or ooh woo. So we've been through all these other rooms. I think the lab equipment room is where we got the... Yeah, that's right. That's where we got the chemicals, and the door next room is... The room next door, rather, is where we melted the hand to get the circular object. Oh, can't shoot apparently. Can't shoot shit apparently. I thought the soundtrack was broken for the second one. Actually, maybe I should be like using too much ammo, too much gun juice. Because of course, this is an old school horror game, so I should probably be conserving my supplies as much as I can. Okay, that is interesting. I think I will maybe invoke the a little bit less spoilers rules though, because it's not a lot of details have been shared, but I would say... Oh, this guy's coming right from me. I would say that the less I know ahead of time, probably the better. Because again, this is my first ever Silent Hill experience in any capacity. The only thing I know about Silent Hill 2 is the meme ending, like the secret Goofy ending. And it's just because it's like talked about a lot, on the internet. And I know that Pyramid Head exists, and that's all I know. That is literally all I got. And I would rather keep it that way as long as possible. Just because, this is an old game. If I stumble upon spoilers for a game that's like how old is Silent Hill 2? Like 20 years old? That's me. Like that's my fault. It's my fault it took me so long to get around to it. Although I guess in my defense, it's like, how do you play Silent Hill 2 nowadays? Because I don't know how to acquire it other than emulating it or scouring used game stores to find a hard copy. So it's hard to like play it nowadays, unfortunately. But still, it's an older game, so it's like, it's my own damn fault that it's taken me so long. Oh. Sometimes they're slow, sometimes they're quite fast. Ah, out of here. Oh. Oops. Try to remember the tank controls. Yeah, it's always up. Oh, and they do fall back down, or get back up, rather. That confirms the theory, then. Game theory. They will get back up if you don't finish them in time, necessarily. There's a PC. Yeah, I did hear about that as well, Hasmati. I've heard that there's a PC version. And well, I did a very cursory Google search a few days ago. And apparently there is some kind of like enhanced way to play it with the PC version. So I'll hit you up, Hasmati, if I need additional assistance. But yeah, I might kind of go down that route at some point. Hard copies are expensive. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's probably the... if you were to call up John Konami, call up a Konami employee and ask them, how do I play Silent Hill 2? First off, they would laugh at you, and they would say, why are you playing old games, you nerd? And then they would give you a swirly. But then they would say, well, you have to buy a used copy and play on a PS1 or some piece of hardware that can play PS1 games. So... yeah, because I think Silent Hill 2 and 3 both had their source code not maintained after the games came out. So the games can never be re-released unless they get rebuilt with like from an older build, kind of like the Silent Hill 2 and 3 HD versions that came out. Oh my, that's quite a drawing. The HD versions that came out for the PS3 and Xbox 360. And apparently those versions of the games are apparently very much not good and are to be avoided. So... yeah, the answer is, how do you play these games nowadays? you don't, or you emulate. That's really pretty much all you can do. Remaster, yeah, I've heard the remasters are not good, but I haven't played them myself, so maybe they're not as bad as people say they are. I don't remember making, yeah, that's right. I don't remember that pachinko machine. That's right, yeah. The more glitchy, yeah. It's a shame too, because like I love the idea of this being available to a more modern audience. I think there are people nowadays that can certainly appreciate, you know, these older, spooky games that a lot of newer games were influenced by, for sure. A lot of newer horror games were influenced by. So it's a shame that yeah, it's like kids nowadays won't be able to enjoy this cool shit. A fan patch, yeah, that's what I think that's what I saw. I think what I saw might have been what you're describing as Monty, which sounds encouraging. So there are ways to you know, to go about these. If I were to emulate it, there are ways to make it a little bit neat. To soup it up a little bit. To soup it up much like how the ocean is cabbage soup. Recast the voice actors, yeah. Yeah, it's, I mean, anytime you do any kind of remaster or even a remake, it can be spicy. It can be tricky to do it right. Because if it's a remake or even a remaster, well, definitely if it's a remake, a lot of times if it's a remake, they're trying to like introduce an older game to like a newer audience. They want to like introduce certain modernisms to it. Like the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes, I think, are a good example of this, where they did away with the fixed camera type of gameplay and went with the over-the-shoulder, more modern Resident Evil gameplay stylings. And apparently, the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes are quite good. From what I was talking to a friend of mine just a couple days ago about this, where they thought that the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes modernized the things that needed to be modernized and kept all the good stuff intact. So apparently, like 2 and 3 remake for Resident Evil are like a good example of a modern remake, modernizing a classic done well. So like it can be done well, but it's tricky. I think it's easy for it to go awry. Also, these classrooms are oftentimes empty. Sometimes we get lucky and we get ammo. But that's okay. Messed up the graphics, yeah. Yeah, just glitches and shit like that. It's unfortunate. Audio glitches, visual, yeah. Corrupts just say, oh, that's not good. Yeah, that sounds rough. Yikes. Yo, what's up, Fanglorious? Welcome back, my friend. David, I find this silver emblem. So, I'll confess, I did not know there's a silver emblem. We have the gold one right now, or a gold one at least. This is my first ever playthrough of any Silent Hill game ever. My first time. And everyone's first time is always a little bit awkward. You know, sometimes you're not sure where to stick things. Sometimes, you know, you bump elbows awkwardly, or you're not sure what romantic things to say. But you know, with practice, it gets better. Sorry, I was interrupted by a noise. Oh my. Gonna go into lurk. Okay, sounds good, Zabasto. Sounds good, bud. I appreciate you hanging out, bud. Hope you feel better though, man. I'm sorry to hear you're not feeling so good, buddy. I appreciate you stopping in though. That was you. Okay, you're forgiven, Arctic. Thank you for moaning sadly and or sexually. And so I can't. This one. What you should definitely do is just, if you hear a woman, if you waltz in, if you're a dude, if you're a dude presenting dude, and you just waltz in to the women's restroom and you hear a woman crying, you should definitely just open the stall without knocking or anything. Okay, never mind. I can't do shit. I thought for sure I'd be able to open something. I can open no such things. You cry in public restroom. Do you go to the women's restroom to cry? That is the key question. This is a men's restroom. You know, women might enjoy a nice urinal experience. You know, there might be women that think to themselves, you know what, guys have all the fun. Why can't I pee standing up? You know, all jokes aside, I know there's a device. There's like an apparatus that ladies can place upon their. There's a medical term for the area from which you pee, not the urethra, but there's like the area. But yeah, there's a device that lets women pee standing up, which is neat. So yeah, no, you're right. This is a dude's restroom. You're right. You're right. I was looking to see if there's anything I could do here because the noise made me think like there's something. but I don't think there's anything in this room for us. Let's check the ladies' restroom while we're at it. See what this will entail. The Shiwi! That's right, Fanglorious. It's the Shiwi. Oh. Hello, child Satan. I think they always like to travel in pairs. Always bring a buddy. Always bring a buddy if you're a Satan child and you're needing to terrorize bathrooms, ladies' restrooms specifically. Seeing a female family member PO over the side of a You know what, Arctic? You might have just like out southern me, dude. Cause I'm in Missouri. I'm in Missouri. Like, you know, I'm in a card carrying red state motherfucking southern state ass over here. So, you know, here I was thinking I was special, but you might have just out southern me, Arctic. So, I'm impressed. I've been humbled. It's a Shiwi, yeah. No, I'm glad to have you here, Fanglorious. It's always kind of cool having people who know this game really well. And anytime I play a game blind or for the first time ever, it's kind of cool having a mix of people who know the games very well versus people like myself who'd never experienced it before. So I like that mixture of that. So we're glad to have you here, Fanglorious. It's very nice. Check the stalls. And my apologies, by the way, for anybody who's like seen or played these games a bunch and you're acknowledging like or noticing how slowly I'm playing this game. It's because I try to drink in all the details. I try to drink in, like, savor every little bit, just because there's a lot to drink in. But I realize it's a very slow play style, so I know it's probably maybe not everyone's cup of tea. So I try to not dilly-dally too much. But I probably stop to lick the walls more than I ought to. Lick the walls in the women's restroom, Alex. Really? Yes. Phrasing very much intentional. Can be helped. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, LARPers or cosplayers, because, like, yeah, you got, like, a little spot to open up, and you don't want to, like, take off a bunch of parts of the costume. Makes perfect sense. So the Shiwi is a legit, helpful piece of hardware. How about that? First playthroughs, but yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot so far. And I get the impression we've only just scratched the surface. Hi, Rossi. Good to see you, bud. Thanks for being here, buddy. A lot of detail, that's right. Yeah, there's just a lot of things to drink in. Phrasing, by the way, I just exited the women's restroom and I'm talking about drinking it in and licking the walls. Way to make it weird, Alex. My first time ever. Hi, Rossi, I'm glad you're here. I know, because we were talking last time how the audio levels were still a little bit quiet. I have raised them up and now they're at like 100% volume. So let me know if it's like too loud or too quiet still. Like if it's like, because I went back and watched the VOD, some of the VOD from last week, from Wednesday, and I was like, yeah, it's still kind of quiet. So I'm like always nervous about games like this that are really quiet 90% of the time. And then there's that 10% where it's like, like earball exploding, and I don't want to explode your earballs. So I'm trying to be really, really careful. It's a Shiwi Segway. A Shiwi Segway. Door is locked. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It looks very, very large and imposing and locked. So let's go ahead and place the golden sphere in the clock tower, as that is clearly going to be important. Oh, I can just go down this way. Look how smart we are. Drinking it in from the Shiwi. Yeah, would not recommend it. Wouldn't recommend it. Footsteps and creaky door. Yeah, exactly. Like, for now, it's fine. Or even the gunshots are, like, not super loud in this game. But a lot of things might end up being that. Might end up being louder later on. Is it this one here? Oh, actually, I could have gone up the top path, too. You're not my dad? I think we've had this conversation, Arctic. What if you were my dad? But Alex, I'm like 4 years younger than you. I don't need your facts and your details slowing down my fantasy, Arctic. This fantasy I've concocted in my head of Arctic, telling me that he's proud of me, son, and that he, this is getting weird, and that he's going to make it. He's gonna catch my next baseball game, and take me out for ice cream afterwards. I would never invent a weird fantasy like that. No, it couldn't be me. No way. Nope. Pretty well balanced. Okay, that's good. Yeah, no ear blast. We try to avoid the ear blast if we can help it. This is normal. That's right. This is normal. I can be your daddy. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's a different kind of conversation. Oh. Thankfully, the Satan children are just gonna wait for me while I do this, I think. A Golden Sun. I need to play those games as well. I've never played a Golden Sun, any of the Golden Sun games, but I understand they're quite popular. Alright, so turns out I'm gonna have to fight them. I thought if I like went fast, I'd be good. But turns out being fast is not enough for these Satan children. Ouch. Look how, like, understandably angrily he kicks. Those children fuck him up. Yeah, he said. Harry said, fuck these kids. Fuck them kids. 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm sure it's like bananas. I'm sure the... Heard a noise. Yeah, I'm sure there's like some wild speedrun strats. Alright, so now, this right here, I think is what we've... Yeah, a silver moon. So now there's also a silver sphere of some variety. So you've placed the golden one. Okay, so the tower door is still locked. So there's something else we've missed then. Yeah, they're kind of sloth-like. That is correct. Up to 12. They are kind of sloth-like, and I think Awful Devil is telling us how like they allegedly this is like some kind of reworked design, because the original design for the murdered Satan children was going to be like more childlike, but I guess the publisher was worried about like too realistic looking children, because if you're shooting things that look like actual children, then that can, you know, be a little bit spicy. So they had to kind of tone that down a bit. They're just violent jelly babies. That's right. They're violent, yeah, little sloth jelly baby. Jello babies. I would have been your daddy, but yeah, there's that level called I Would Have Been Your Daddy, but I didn't know there was a second part to it. So yeah, I didn't realize there was like more to that level title. I never understood the significance, but now I know. Alright, so there's something else then. There's something else. Placing the gold thingy was not sufficient. So, is there anything else we have in our inventory that I should be aware of? Nothing else yet. The other thing to note is, last time at the very end of the stream, I made a note for this. I made a note here, huge success, of a poem that we found on the wall. And let's see, as I look over at this, here, we found a poem on the wall, and it made reference to a silver reward. So that is clearly what we should gun for next then. Oh, it's okay. If you're playing on Legendary, you'll hear the whole line that Johnson will say it. Interesting. That's bizarre, but I love it. So the poem describes a number of types of birds. So I'm hoping we'll find some kind of puzzle, some kind of thing that can be rearranged that involves birds, specifically pelicans, doves, swans, crows, and ravens, all for a silver reward. So I don't know exactly what that entails. Let's go downstairs. I don't think we've been downstairs before. Let's do that shit. It's illegal to depict your... Yeah, exactly. So if the publisher was worried about certain markets, like big-ass censoring the game, then yeah, that's an understandable concern. I think there was a free-to-play game on Steam that had zombie children that you could fucking murder with a sledgehammer. Like, it was explicitly murdering a child's skull with a sledgehammer. It was like, whoa. And it was a free-to-play game on Steam, and the name escapes me. Honestly, the game isn't very good. It's all right. It just wasn't. It was all right. It was not very exciting. It was just an okay game, but that part of it made it, you know, noteworthy. So that was. I remember playing that with some friends because that's a co-op mode. Playing with some friends, mean like, oh, you can just do that. Like, oh fuck. Like, goddamn. Yeah, incoming burp. So it's up, Infinite Glitch. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well, my friend. We're playing some Silent Hill for spooky times. We're doing well. This is my first time ever playing a Silent Hill game, and I'm enjoying it. And it is very spooky, and the lore is interesting. The world building is exquisite. It's very, very good. And I'm enjoying how weird and off-putting and at times upsetting it is with its oddities. I'm loving it. Finish up with class. Good stuff. Good stuff, bud. So what's this? Do I want to press the switch? Not yet. Hold that thought. Have that thought in your hand and hold it. Okay, interesting. Notice. Can I read it? No, I cannot. Can I turn these things? Can't move it. Don't know what it's for. Leave it alone for now. Guessing all these are the same. Don't know what it's for. Better leave it alone. Oh, Harry, you're such a well-behaved gentleman. Such a rule-following lad. Nothing appears to happen. Okay. Well, let's keep poking around. Then there's probably more to find. Then a few more rooms to look at. There is a key to this puzzle of some variety. Okay. Well, I do want to explore a couple more things. A friend in need. Multiple friends in need. You get Dio song stuck in my head? Hell yes, dude. We were playing Magica just the other day, and you were like, yo, there's that Dio song titled Magica, and now that's stuck in my head. So, boiler room. Alright, so yeah, we flipped the switch and nothing seemed to happen. So, one thing to consider. We do have this nifty little steel pipe. Long range but of limited use. My impression is that's a melee weapon. Unless there's like something that we're supposed to place somewhere. Like if there was a spot that we could investigate that says like there's a missing pipe apparatus thing here somewhere, but I don't think that there is. Mystery? I don't know if I know that one. Down too long in the midnight sea. That's right. Oh, what's becoming of me? All right, so we have reached a point of uncertainty because that door is jammed. Let's look back at our list here, not our list, our map rather. So, once again, there's the birds. This poem of several kinds of birds: pelicans, ravens, swans, crows, doves. What I was hoping is that I would see some kind of explicit puzzle where you're rearranging something, maybe. Last in line? I think I have that one, actually. Oh, maybe I don't. Maybe that's one that I don't have, actually. Because we were talking about that the other day. I was like, there's one of the later albums that I don't have of his. Have I been in all the rooms? Is there anything that I've missed room-wise? Let's go back to the first floor real quick. I think I've been... Oh, wait, no, the teachers' rooms are locked. I think. Actually, are they? I think they're... Yeah, I think they're all locked. I think all of them are locked. I could double check to see if that's changed, but I don't think that it has. Okay, cool. Thank you. I thought that was the case, Jim. Yeah, I thought that was the case. I appreciate the heads up on that. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's go back to the top floor. There were a couple rooms that were... Oh, we're on the top floor, aren't we? Or the top floor, the first floor. Oh, no, we're not. Let's go back upstairs. There was a few rooms that at one point were locked. They probably still are. But that's one, like, easy thing to double check. I guess we tried both doors of the hall. There were no kids there. Kids in the hall. It's jammed. Yeah, okay. So it's jammed, right, as opposed to being like locked or something. Okay, so the hull then, yeah, alright, so those, yeah, we already know the answer then. Let's say, sorry, can't do it. Can't be opened. Because we've done things. And I was thinking like, oh, maybe doing things will unjam certain doors by video game magic, but it sounds like it doesn't work that way. Same with storage up here. Like, wouldn't that be great? Like a Jimmy Jack that door open. Similar level to Shenmue, you think? Yeah, I mean, another great game that I've never played, admittedly. I've watched a decent bit of Shenmue, but Shenmue 1. I've never played any Shenmue 2 though. Seen or watched Shenmue 2, and I do have the 1 and 2 bundle on Steam. I got them in a humble bundle some time ago, so I do have those games available to me. The draw distance, yeah, it's effective, and also, yeah, given the PS1's limited, you know, processing power, they did a very good job in utilizing what they could. So yeah, I mean, I have nothing but positive things to say about this game's presentation. A few people warned me ahead of time. They were like, Alex, it's a pretty old game. The visuals are kind of crusty. And I was like, that's never been a problem for me, man. I've played some old and crusty looking games, man. We played Hexen just a couple weeks ago, or a month or so ago, and that game had some cool visual quirks, but this game I think looks way better. Like, no doubt about it. I think this game's presentation is much better than Hexen. They're very different styles of games, but still. Yakuza's good, yeah. Good alternative. I've heard Shenmue 3 was not everyone's cup of tea, but the Yakuza series everyone loves, so that is, you know, that if you want some kind of like similar-ish storytelling experience with a wide variety of things to do and things to experience, then it sounds like, yeah, Shenmue's pretty sweet. Or Yakuza's pretty sweet. I still want to play 1 and 2 though for Shenmue. What's something else? We could go back to the infirmary if there was something we missed there. Was there anything else in the reception area? Let me double check that. Bit tough for first timers, yeah. I think that's exactly it, Rossi. Like, I would fully expect it to be a little bit rough. I might even have to like consult a walkthrough, or like, you know, maybe ask people to chat for hints from time to time. When playing, if I do ever get around to streaming that game, because yeah, I understand it's very much a product of its time, so to speak. But yeah, I'd be down to play, because like you said, it's got a serious soul. I think that like finding those kinds of things in older and like clunkier games can be really satisfying. Trying to think of a good example. I was talking a lot about Hexen earlier, and I don't know, Hexen was a good, I'm glad to have finished it. I'm glad to have played through it, but it was rough. I think Call of Cthulhu, Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth is a good example. It's like that game had some really cool ideas, and it was a fucking slog at times. That game was miserable at times to play through, but finishing it was satisfying, and like getting at the heart of what makes the game good, getting past all the bullshit and getting to like the juicy bits, that was the good shit. So I enjoy those kinds of moments. Right. Exchange for Sage's water. So, you're an old man's fault. Yeah, so we know about this, obviously. 10 o'clock. So we know about that. 10 o'clock. I was hoping at some point we could, like, alter the time on the clock, like within the clock tower. But we... Future is hidden in his fist, yeah. But I don't know of a way to modify the time. It says that it's stuck at noon right now, or 12. And then there's this one. Oh. Oh, I haven't seen this note. We missed, I missed this note previously. That's good to know. Escape from Innsmouth. Yeah, dude, that's exactly it, Jim. That's exactly it. Because after Innsmouth is around the time where the game just turns into a fuckfest of like kind of ham-fisted stealth and awkward action sequences and combat. And I don't know, there were so many moments where I thought to myself, I am not enjoying this. And then as I'm thinking that, something awesome happens and I go, whoa, that was interesting. So it's like there are diamonds in the rough, but it is rough for sure. detective game, but it's not too challenging. You think the Shenmue, that is? Yeah, I just understand it's a very ambitious game. It's an old and ambitious game, and those two things can make for some interesting combinations. Open time's door to beckon prey. Interesting. Brings the choking heat. So that tells me that'd be the boiler room, right? Flames rend to the silence, awakening the hungry beast. Open time's door to beckon prey. I'm gonna write this down. When I say write down, I'm just gonna type it out on this little notepad window. That is very ominous sounding. 5 o'clock. So flames render silence, awakening the hungry beast. Open time's door, beckon prey. All right. Yeah, I always enjoy a good excuse when playing an older game. I always enjoy a good excuse to write shit down. It's a very satisfying thing to do. I think I missed this one too. I think I missed everything. I think I missed everything in the whole world. Somehow, man, as thorough as I'm trying to be with like inspecting things, apparently I missed this note as well, because this does not look familiar to me. Untapped and lost tongues. Awakening at the ordained order. Now, this is the most opaque one yet. I'm not sure what this one's getting at. The other one, it's like, okay, boiler room, yada, yada, yada. Songs and sound would mean it's the music room. Silver guidepost is untapped and lost tongues. Awakening at the ordained order. All right, I'll write this down too. Type it down, I suppose. There's okay, now I think about it more, there's a few things to try. So 12 o'clock, a place with songs, sound. Tapped, lost tongues, awakening at the ordained ordure. So that's 12. Make that corrected. There we go. That one's 12. This other one was 10, right? And I don't know if we have to write this one down. We already have this. Well, I shouldn't say we have it. We've gotten at least 2/3 of that correct. The last part I'm not sure about is exchange for sage's water. That's the part I'm not sure about. I'll write that down too. I might as well. O'clock. Alchemy. Laboratory. Yeah, because we already did the laboratory part. Got the chemical stuff. I think when they say exchange for sage's water, they just mean melted with the poison chemical stuff. So I'll write it down, but I think we've already got this one covered pretty well. Exchange. So the sage's water is just the chemicals that we got. This is a doozy. Yeah, I've got some things to look for, some things to check. It's not a slam dunk obviously, but I'm like, all right, I've got a few things to poke around with. Real quick, I've been here. Oh, this room, yeah, with this weird fucked up image of like children hanging or bodies hanging. This is like the teacher's lounge, I guess. So kind of fucked that this is just in a teacher's lounge. It's weird. At least I'm guessing that's what this is. It looks like a teacher's lounge. I mean, I guess I've never been in a teacher's lounge before, so maybe that's just a normal thing. Is morbid depictions of bodies hanging on like a barn door wall. Maybe it's more normal than I think it is. More layers than it needs, yeah. I mean, old games and opaque puzzles. Name a better duo. Oh, wait, right? Like, that is a common thing for sure. Let's go ahead and save, even though I feel like I've used a lot of resources. I would rather save the progress. I inspect the bed, hospital bed. I feel a little bad that I missed those notes previously. I feel like I'm playing this game so slow and deliberately, but I guess there are still things that I'm running past without knowing it, without realizing it. So it's like a reminder that I should still be looking for other things to click on just to be safe. So it's like, well, what if you were being thorough, but you just didn't click the right magical place, Alex? Like maybe you just missed the one thing that was really neat. So we'll try to double check things from time to time as I happen upon them. So let's go back up. Oh wait, no. It was music room is the first thing I want to check out. So if I go back to my handy dandy little sheet here, my cheat sheet, not cheat sheet, but the notes that I was taking. A place with songs and sound. Yeah, let's check that one next. Because the choking heat one, yeah, I'm not so sure about that one. Maybe there was something to interact with in the music room that I missed the first time around. So this will be on the other side, okay. Where there's a piano, right, we remember that. Still no idea what that noise is. And we only hear it in certain rooms. Or certain areas, I suppose. Is this the music room? No. Have I been to the locker room? I think well, yes, I would have, because it has the arrow drawn on it. Oh, this is where that happened. Right. Yes, I remember the locker room. I don't know if I want to remember it, but I remember it. I remember. Nothing inside. Can I place something inside? I guess I have nothing to place, do I? Yeah, there's some melee weapons, some ammo, some health things. I have 5 first aid kits. Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, the locker room. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the locker room was a memorable exchange of mystery, followed by surprise, followed by relief, followed by concern. Don't forget to take all your possessions after using lockers. Nothing in particular. But that text was green. Maybe I should put something in there. See if something happens. Whenever the text is multicolored, it is colored differently. It's like, ooh, what if there's... I mean, maybe it was colored differently to indicate that's what's being dictated to us. Can I put the steel pipe in there? No, I cannot. How about this thing? No. Actually, I guess you can't really, like, place any of these. At least not in a way that I can see. Yeah, so it's like everything is just, you either use it or you equip it. Like, that's pretty much it, so... Never mind. I was thinking maybe I was onto something with the the differently colored text. Hello, Mr. JD. What's up, buddy? How goes the move, my friend? I saw the posts on Twitter and also Facebook about exciting moving times to the new spot. I hope it's getting there, man. I know moving's a pain in the ass, but hope it's at least going, you know? It's like, you know when you ask someone how it's going, and they kind of have that look, and they just go, it's going, you know? It's like, I hope it's at least going. That look of resignation in someone's eyes when they just say like, well, I don't want to say it's awful, but, you know. Mostly to excellent. Excellent. That's very good to hear. I'm sure it'll be a relief to be nice and done. So here's the poem we saw. Written in blood. Right. So we read this previously. The camera pans out to show us the piano. Oh, now look at this. I could have sworn that I attempted to investigate the piano last time we were here. And oh, maybe what it is that I needed to read the clues in the reception area, and reading those clues enabled me to like investigate this stuff now, because I could have sworn we checked the piano last time and there was no there was nothing we could click on here or there. So it's like you need the hint to know to like look closely at certain things. I think the boxes are inside. That's correct. That's correct, Jim. BOE. Right, yeah. It's gonna sit half complete for a while, yeah. I hope the stuff with family is okay though, but I know that of course it's weird still for a lot of us with COVID, pandemic times. But I hope it's like a good visit. Hope it's like a positive time. It's not too much a pain for the travel. I don't know how far away you live from your family, so hopefully it's not like super big crazy time travel. But yeah, I you know, big family get-togethers like this can be stressful. It can be for a lot of us for various reasons, obviously. Oh, the piano was closed. Oh, that's what it was. The piano was closed then. Because I couldn't remember if it was closed or if it was just like open, but we just couldn't click on it. But anyway, we checked the piano. All right, so, are there any musicians in the chat who can confirm if I'm full of shit or not? This is C, right? This is C. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. It's been about 22 years since I've taken piano lessons. Roughly 22, actually probably more than that. Probably like 24 years since I've taken piano lessons. Oh, it's been a long time. Anyway, it's been a minute. But I think this is C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Unless when the cursor... Oh, you can... Oh, what the hell? Wait, can you play sharps or accidentals? You can't... Oh, okay, so that... Well, actually, hold on. It's not a piano noise. What I wanted to see... What I was expecting here. What I was looking to see is if the accidentals are a separate input. Sir or madam, your piano is making murder noises? The fuck, man? Doing some Pokemon? Oh, that sounds good, bud. Yeah. Right. Yeah. With the remake that just came out. Yeah. So it's like a good reward for the move-in. Yeah, that's good. That's good, bud. That's good. Sir or madam, your piano is making making horror movie noises. All right, so yeah, anyway, accidentals are separate inputs. That confirms it. All right, so let's make note of what noises make murder noises. Or, I'm sorry, which notes make murder noises and which ones make normal noises. So. Awakening at the ordained order. So we have to hit notes in a certain order. I'm gonna write this out. So C is normal. C. I'll do like normal as capitals. Actually, no, I'll do this. I'll say normal, colon, C. C sharp. Abnormal. C sharp. My favorite programming language. D is also fucked. E sharp is fine. E is good as well. F, I'm paying respects. Very normal. F sharp, also good. G is hecked. G sharp is fine. A is fucked. A sharp is also fucked. And then B is fine. I'll make note for that as well. All right, so there are more normal notes than there are hecked notes. When a piano has no strings to hit. Yeah, it's like the little hammer thing just swings to the top. You're right. So maybe what we need to do is check the back, which is open. So what's going on with this heckin' piano? But there's nothing to inspect. Because that's a very good point, JD. Yeah, considering like how pianos work. Pianos are technically stringed instruments, which is weird. Like a keyed instrument is a stringed instrument, but yeah, it's true. It's because like when you hit the keys, the little thing with the dingle, the bibbly boop, the blippity blop. What? I'm just making up words. The little hammer thing just strikes the strings. Also, if you see the little resolution thing pop up, that means my little adapter thing is being weird for the TV that I'm playing off of. So looking at the list of notes that are weird versus ones that are normal, there are 5 abnormal notes. It might be worth mentioning that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 birds mentioned in the song that is posted on the wall there. There's a pelican, a dove, a raven, a swan, and a crow. And the good news is that dove begins with the letter D, crow begins with the letter C, but swan, pelican, and raven, there is no R key, there's no P key. So that has limited help. However, of the abnormal notes, C sharp is one of them, and D is on there as well for the abnormal notes. So there might be something to this. So what would pelican be? There's no E selections under, well, hold on, let's think about this. The piano. So C, D, E. You could say this is E flat instead of D sharp. That's probably a bit of a stretch though. Looking at that list, or not the list, but the songs, the song's lyrics rather. What was the name of the song, if that's significant at all? Let me double check, because I don't think I wrote that down. A Tale of Birds Without a Voice. Let me write that part down too. Is that a voice? Yeah. Notes that are like bum notes or wolf notes, whatever the technical term is. What's up, Amerta? Good to see you, bud. One of your oh, really, Amerta? That's awesome. Yeah, this is my first time playing it. Well, it's my first playthrough. We started it last stream on Wednesday, so I'm getting around to it now. I'm a little bit late. I'm like only 20 or so years late to this game. 20-something years late to this game. So I'm a little bit late to the party, but we're here, better late than never. And I'm enjoying it a lot so far. This puzzle is tricky, but I think we're kind of like chipping away at it slowly but surely. So I think we're barking up a correct tree. Tale of Birds Without a Voice. We have these lyrics to this song. Talk about birds arriving at a certain order. I think what we're supposed to do is that we're supposed to map the birds to the bum notes in some way, and then play the bum notes in a certain order based on one of those like order puzzles where it's like Billy arrived at 4 p.m. Shayna arrived 3 hours before Billy. John was the last one to arrive. Adam arrived 1 hour before Sally. Sally arrived at 1 a.m. Who, like, you know, and then ran out the order. Like, one of those kinds of things. Like, you kind of have to, like, use deduction to place things in a certain order, and then use the knowns that are provided to fill in the unknowns. One of those kinds of things. So, I think that's what we need to do. And I've written down the full lyrics on my little notepad. So that part's one thing. So let's see. So first flew in the greedy pelican. Says white wings flailing. Interesting. Then came a silent dove flying beyond the pelican as far as he could see. A raven flies in, flying higher than the dove. Oh, we're probably talking about the pitches of the notes. The swan glides in to find a peaceful spot next to another bird. Coming quickly to a stop, yawning and then napping. And more enjoyable. That's I appreciate that, Derek. It's kind of you to say. Who will show the way? Who will be the key? And who will lead to the silver reward? That's right. This is definitely interesting. I like it that it seems like there's a lot of layers here. So let's double check our work to make sure I didn't write anything down. So we said that C sharp. This note's fine. Wait a second. Hold on. E, right? Oh, I did write something down incorrect. Oh, no, this is D. Yeah, D is fucked. Okay, yeah, we knew about that. So D is fucked. E, D sharp, E flat is fine. Yeah, those are fine. Okay. So yeah, C sharp is weird. D is weird. G, C, E, C, D, E, F, G. All right, so yeah, G is fucked. Then A sharp. Okay. But B is fine. Okay. So our notes are correct then. Let's scroll up then. The greedy pelican. The greedy pelican, you say. Yeah, which of these could be the pelican? White, eager for the reward, white wings flailing. Could that mean that it's flanked by... Well, that wouldn't make sense. Flanked by... I mean, they're all flanked by white keys. Mystery co-op games. Oh, I see. I see JD says he's already got it. What it would likely come out to, JD, is that you would be much better at these things than I am. Because you've seen me play Secret World Legends. You know that I'm not always great about solving puzzles. I'm not as smart about these things as I wish I could be. As this is tricky. But I think we can suss this out. There's probably other details to look for. So the dove beyond the pelican. Let's think about this. Let's start with some assumptions here. So if dove maps to the letter D, let's just go with some assumptions. If dove does map to the letter D and he flies beyond the pelican, that might mean that the pelican is C sharp. As if the way that, a musical scroll works, the music theory, all that jazz, D, of course, is a higher pitch than C or C sharp. So let's just throw out some assumptions here. So pelican is C sharp. I'm not saying this definitively, but we're just constructing some ideas. Yeah, flying by the pelican as far as he could. Well, the dove isn't very far, so the dove maybe could be G as far, or could be A sharp. Maybe could be A sharp. As far as he could, like the last note on here. Oh wait, no. What was the last one? A sharp was the last. Oh, that's B. This is A sharp. There we go. So it could be that one. Making a note for that one. Yeah, talking through it. Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, like hearing somebody else, like having a person to like bounce ideas off of. That makes sense. All right. So what was the second lyric? Second verse, rather. Oh, that was the second one. So third one. A raven flies in, flying higher than the dove. Okay, so the dove can't be A sharp because there isn't anything higher than the A sharp. So let's stick with our assumption that it might be D, which would mean that raven would be, let's see, it says, flying higher than the dove just to show that he can. That could be G. I'm going to do this. I'm going to say it could be G. I'm going to say it could also be A sharp. And that dove could be A. My reasoning for that is because dove said he flew as far as he could, and then raven said they flew further than the dove just to show that they could. That, like, just to show that they could, maybe I'm reading too much into this, but that has, like, an arrogance to it that's implied. That says, like, I'm just gonna do a little bit more than you just to flex on you, just to like dab on you. So like 1/2 step above A is A sharp. So That's my like little sub theory, my game theory. Lyric number 4, a swan glides in to find a peaceful spot next to another bird. Well, that one could also be an accidental. There's only one other accidental, and it's C sharp, which is maybe already claimed. So for the pelican, or I'm sorry, not pelican, what did I say, a swan? There's only 2 notes that have not been claimed yet. It could be G, or it could be, or I'm sorry, it could be either A or A sharp, or it could be D or G as far as things that are claimed. Yeah, honestly, so much of this is still up in the air. Next to another bird could mean it's an accidental. In fact, I would almost... Oh, you know what? It just occurred to me. I bet the color of the birds is important too. So crows and ravens, those are black birds. I bet those are the 2 accidentals. So, wait, crow is on here, right? Yeah, crow is the last one. So swan, let's just assume, so swan can't be an accidental. Probably can't maybe be an accidental. So that would be some kind of whole note to complement an accidental. So I'm gonna leave swan like blank for now, then I'm go back to the other ones in a second. Crow, I know you can't like, I'm not like, when I'm typing things, I know you can't see it, dear viewer. I'm just typing it out on this little notepad thing that I have. I guess I could show my notepad, but it's not very exciting. You'd see a lot of nonsensical things that don't really add much to your experience, I don't think. Anyway, out comes the crow, coming quickly to a stop, yawning and then napping. Coming quickly to a stop, yawning and then napping. Are there any notes that would indicate yawning or napping? I don't know. Crow is also unknown. However, raven, if I go back up to raven, raven is higher than the dove, and it's an accidental. It has to be A sharp. Raven has, I don't think there's any other way to slice it. So I'm going to say raven is A sharp. That means crow is C sharp. If this game theory, oh yeah, it's like yawning and then napping. It doesn't want to fly very far. It like rests at the earliest spot. That's, again, gamer theory. So raven and crow, I'm feeling pretty confident about. Swan or just flies in a peaceful spot next to another bird. So that could be, I think it might be A, actually, because that would be like next to another bird, peacefully flies in. That might mean that it doesn't fly very far then. So it might be A, it could be, well, let's look at some of the other ones. Pelican, eager for the reward, white wings flailing. Eager for the reward could mean that they flew kind of far. Not sure about pelican. What about dove? It'd be so convenient if dove could just be D. Flying beyond the pelican, as far as he could. I guess for the dove, I guess I'll say G, which would then mean that pelican is D. Eager for the reward. Dove flies farther. And then raven goes even farther than the dove. Okay, so let's try this out. So I'm going to like exit out to kind of refresh the order. I don't know if this is going to make any difference. Let's test this initial stab, this draft in order. So first comes the pelican, which would be the letter D, or the note D. Bam. Next is, I want to make sure I have the right order for this. Pelican, dove, raven, swan, crow. All right, so pelican's good. Dove is next, so that's D, E, F, G. Okay. Then A sharp. Oh, fuck. I fucked it up. Oh, wait a second. I just noticed that this would be in... Oh, wait a second. This might not work, actually, because this is, like, in ascending order. Oh, wait, no, it's not. No, it's not. Yeah, no, it's fine. Never mind. It's fine. But I did mess up. I typed the wrong note. I doubted myself for a second. I thought maybe I was, like, just typing things in a regular order anyway. So, D, E, F, G, A, then A sharp, then A. Oh, fuck. Oh, I was supposed to go back one. God damn it. Getting my wires crossed. Try this again. D, E, F, G, A sharp, then A, then C sharp. Should be all the way down here. Did anything happen? Probably not. I'm guessing we'll get some kind of like beedle deedle 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 ding, some kind of, maybe not a jingle obviously, but like some kind of notification where oh, and oop. So let's investigate a couple things then. So I don't feel discouraged that our initial stab did not pierce any vital organs. There are always more stabs for more organs to injure and pierce. I'm pretty confident about Raven and Crow, and Swan I'm decently comfortable with. Pelican and Dove I'm not so sure about though. I guess I could just switch Pelican and Dove. That wouldn't make sense though. Eager for the reward, White Wings flailing, Silent Dove beyond the Pelican. The Dove has to be later than the Pelican. So I couldn't just switch the two of those. Let's look again at Raven, flying higher than the Dove just to show that he can. And the Crow quickly coming. Yeah, I really think the Crow is C sharp. Because the implication, yeah, I almost want to call in a hint for that one, but I'll say that for now, I'm still feeling pretty good about Crow and Raven. So let's look at Swan then. Hello, good to see you. Had a little bunny. Correct. Its fleece was white as snow. It's something was white as snow. I don't know. I mean, bunnies don't have fleece, obviously. What was, all right, Swan, yeah, to find a peaceful spot next to another bird. That could be something else. I was thinking next to another bird means that it's like nestled next to an accidental. You know, if it were, it could be D and not A. As D would be next to C sharp. So let's try that. All right, let's do a little experimentation. Sexual experimentation, to be clear. I experiment sexually with pianos. It's what I do. That's my thing. That's my fetish. So let's say, what if Swan were D? D's nuts. Peacefully next to another bird. Actually, that would... I think there's credence to that theory because it says the swan swoops in peacefully, like as if to say not ambitiously. So I think there's something to D, maybe. That leaves Pelican and Dove. So Pelican, greedy for the reward, and then Dove goes higher, goes farther. The remaining notes are G and A. So that would mean that, let's see, that would be, so Pelican would be here, A. A, right there. So let's say, yeah, we'll say Pelican is A and Dove is G. Higher than the Dove, though. Let's try that. Let's try that and see how that gets us. So I have Pelican A, Dove G, Raven A sharp, Swan D, and Crow C sharp. So Pelican A. So this goes C, D, E, F, G, bonk, followed by G for the Dove. And then Raven up here. Then Swan. And then the Crow. Still no dings. Let's double check to make sure. Like check like the back of the piano maybe. Any like no any like interactions just fine. No, okay. Something else to consider then. Actually, I'm curious. What if I say don't check the piano? Okay. I was wondering if like he would do something else. It's odd that it gives you the choice. I guess like, yeah, if you just wanted to exit out of it. All right, so scroll up a bit here. So what are the points that I'm uncertain about? I've yet to read anything that makes me that casts doubt, that makes me doubt at least the accidental placements, the black keys. It's the white keys where I think I'm getting hecked by, and that's what I'm trying to suss out. I feel like I was more confident this time than the first attempt, the first configuration, where we said. So if we said Swan finds a peaceful spot, that it would be D. That would make... Well, actually, hold on. Let's think about this. Oh, shit. It just occurred to me. Next to another bird. If Swan is D, the crow hasn't landed yet. So the Swan can't be D. Never mind. Yeah, I see it now. So the Swan can't be D because it has to be next to another bird. There are no other birds there. Okay. Yeah. Shit. Okay. So let's think about this then. If Pelican... okay. Kill a few things real quick. So, Pelican. Eager for the reward. Pelican is like the wild card here. Like, it's just eager for the reward could mean they land quickly, or it could mean they fly far because they're like bold and ambitious and are like confident. These nuts. That's right. That's right. So Pelican, I'm not sure about. So it's like I always leave that for last. But you need Pelican because Dove goes higher. As far as he could, they say. As far as he could. And then the Raven goes one step higher. So the Raven is like the cap here. Although the Raven is the highest note anyway. So... beyond... So if I temporarily say the Dove is A, the Pelican could be D or G, but Swan cannot be D. The Swan could be G, because if it's G, that would place it next to the Dove pretty comfortably. It doesn't swoop in peacefully; it goes pretty far, but maybe that's fine. So the Swan could be G by that point. Crow, of course, lands at C sharp. So let's double check this. Double check our work. Yeah, Pelican would be D. Place it pretty early on. Dove would be A, which is much further on, like much further on, and the Raven's even higher. Let's try this configuration. Let's reset real quick. All right, so this configuration attempt is going to be Pelican D, Dove A, Raven A sharp, Swan G, Crow C sharp. Let's see how this goes. So Pelican D, Dove A, D, E, F, G, A. Because I'm so out of practice with like I can't really call myself a musician anymore. I'm so out of practice. I can't even remember what the piano roll keys are just by looking at them. Granted, I haven't taken piano lessons in like 23 or 22 years. It's an embarrassing amount. Anyway, I have to count it out like a goober. And then I think, was this G? C, D, E, F, G. Yeah. Then C sharp. Still nothing. Or at least no obvious indications. Damn. All right, let's reinvestigate. Where have I gone astray this time? Last one isn't C sharp. Oh, really? Let's double check then. Oh, I did? Oh, you're right. I'm a doofus. Okay, let's try that again. You're right. Yeah, you're right. I pressed the... Yeah, I said C... I said C sharp, but yeah, yeah, I know what I did. I read the wrong thing. Try that again. D, E, F, G, A. Yeah, you're right. I hacked it up. And G. Oh! You were right. Thank you, guys. Thank you. That was it. So I remember a few times making this walk right here. You see the camera does that little like whoop. It does that little like whoop, that little swoosh up there. That made me wonder, like, can I interact with that clock in some way? Nah, surely that's just there. Surely that clock isn't significant in some way. And then, sure enough, the clock is the key. Or it's just a silver medallion. It wasn't a clock at all, it's a silver medallion. Because yeah, I noticed that a number of times. I like that little, like, talk about environmental storytelling. What a cute little disguise, like, little hint there. It's so neat. So close. That's right. Yeah. No, what happened, and I do this all the damn time. If I'm reading a thing and I'm like trying to type something, or I guess trying to direct a cursor to a piano roll, I'll say one thing, but I might, if I read something else, I'll input the thing I read like an idiot. So yeah, I goobered that up. Thank you for flagging that down. Like, wait, Alex, you're on the right path. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. Stuck in that piano. Yeah, the entire stream. I was on the piano for probably about 20 minutes or so. Maybe 20, maybe 30 minutes, 30 minutes. You get Black Magics for the host. Good to see you, bud. You, my friend. Right, yeah. I see what I think Jim said, that the piano is a cool puzzle, but it has several layers of abstraction to it. Not unlike some of the puzzles that we've seen in like Secret World Legends, some of the other games we've streamed, where there's like heavy puzzle emphasis. So yeah, that is something that I can absolutely respect. A puzzle that has many ogre-like tendencies because they have layers. So let's go back downstairs, hit up the clock tower. Yeah, this one's locked from both directions for some reason, which is weird. Anyway, let's go this way then. So anyway, we got that shit though, which is awesome. The birds can't sing. Oh, sorry, I keep smacking my microphone. Either black or white. Yeah, that was the part that like made me more confident about two of the birds. And that was a good anchor through which you could suss out a number of other things, which was really helpful. Because yeah, that was one part at the beginning where I wasn't sure about. And then as we went along, noticing that the crow and the raven were definitely going to be on the accidentals and the black keys was very helpful. We're doing well, Black Magics. We are playing more Silent Hill 1. It continues to be spooky, but also like brain juice using. It's using a lot of brain juice, which is good. Like the puzzles are legit, which I respect. You didn't know which one. Yeah, if there was like, I mean, I think most people know about, yeah, crows and ravens in like a general sense, swans, like they're probably universal enough. And of course, I guess playing this in the 90s, you could have like looked at like a dictionary or something like that to like see a picture of it. Picture of a dove, picture of a crow. Like, hopefully there would have been ways to do it. I remember as a kid, there were a couple times, I think it was from playing Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. There'd be a word, and I didn't know what the word would mean, so I would go to a dictionary and look up the word to see what it meant. I remember doing that a couple times as a kid, because the internet obviously wasn't as available as it is nowadays. So consulting the internet is much easier nowadays. Puzzle difficulties, really? So the piano's like a really tough puzzle. I mean, it was legit. It didn't feel unfair. It felt like a fair puzzle, but it was like, if I would have played that as a kid, it probably would have stumped me. I wouldn't have been smart enough as a kid. Throw a flamingo, throw like a fucking penguin that's black and white. What are you gonna do there, man? They're just little rascals. We're just playing. I'm just shooting them with like nap time vitamins. They're nap time little vitamins. And what looks like blood gushing out of their, wounds is strawberry jelly. And they're falling asleep because the strawberry jelly is like a sugar high, and they're falling asleep because it's nap time. So we're just inducing a manual, forced, bloody nap time. It sounds not bad at all, right? Out in the music room. It sure is. Yes, the order is swan, mallard, penguin, flamingo. encyclopedia updates. Yeah, encyclopedias. Yeah, that's another thing entirely. Because yeah, if you just got a dictionary, you just like need a quick like definition for a thing. That's one thing. Yeah, if you need like more deets, then you gotta bust out the encyclopedia. My dad, I remember, had a cool encyclopedia that every once in a while I would bust out from like for something, and that was kind of neat. Like, yeah, you would like see pictures of things. So that was kind of neat. But yeah, that's a good point. An encyclopedia would probably be what you would have to use, because the dictionary probably wouldn't have pictures. So yeah, encyclopedia is probably what you would need. I'm not familiar with Microsoft Encarta, but it sounds old-timey and legit. Oh my, what have we done? Oh, it's still locked, okay. Kick them into each other? We stopped at 5, okay. So there was another part to this puzzle then. About the boiler room. 5 o'clock darkness that brings the choking heat. Flames rend— I wrote this down earlier. Flames render the silence, awakening the hungry beast. Open time's door to beckon prey. You'll note that the noises have ascended. They've leveled up. I don't know what it means. It's not going to shoot out here. But that is an unnerving kind of noise to be hearing right now. Also, is it too loud? I could turn it down. Volume is at 100% right now. So if it's too much, I can turn it down easily peasily. Lemony squeezily. Let's go ahead and save now that we've made some good progress. Fine, okay, good. Yeah, it's got, yeah, from C sharp to A sharp. That's right, it's leveled up. For any, again, I always like to query. Oh, this is not the save point. I need to go to the infirmary. For any musicians in the crowd, what's like? I guess it's more of a like what key you're in. I'm just thinking like, is me saying their sharps correct, or should I have been using the flat designation? Instead of C sharp, I should have been saying G flat. Or hold on, B flat. Like what's the correct way to do it when there's no key signature given? Infirmary, right. So I wonder if I like you wonder if you're committing a 4 part. It's like clapping on 2 instead of 4. Or no, well, 2s and 4s. Clapping, it's like clapping on 1s and 3s instead of 2s and 4s. You know, musicians will give you the side eye if you clap on 1 and 3. So I try to not upset people in the audience that are actual musicians and not pretend musicians like myself. So if it's ascending, yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like if there's no key given, that's the tricky part. Finish saving. Very good. Yeah, if you're not yeah, it's like it's the same note, you know, a G sharp is the same as A flat. But you know, when you say it out loud, like if you tell if a music person, or if you tell a music person, hey, could you go over there and hit an A flat for me, versus hey, could you go over there and hit a G sharp for me, which one will get you a dirty look? Yeah, C sharp, because exactly, like, yeah, they're the same note tonically. Tonally. Neither will give you, okay, you won't get a dirty look. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I like to not upset my musician friends if I can help it. So it goes away. Friends the instrument, yeah. Like, I think in the few instruments that I do know, playing a C sharp would be way easier. Oh, I shouldn't say way easier, but playing a C sharp is like conveniently easier than playing like an F sharp or something. It takes a little bit more thinking, or a little bit more reaching. All right, so yeah, storage is blocked, right? This is, nope, that's not a wall. That's not a door at all. It's a wall. Yeah, this one's locked. So let's go to the boiler room. See, there's something in the boiler room arena. So right here. Because last time there was jack shit. This time there might be something. Anything to murder? Nope, nothing to murder. Woodwinds versus brass. Wait, you mean like rivalries? Because I was an orchestra kid, but the town that I went to, the town that I moved to for middle school and high school didn't have an orchestra. So I didn't really get to play with others except for like the string ensembles I would play with on the weekends. So I didn't like, I never had like the band kit experience or even the orchestra kit experience, except for a few years in grade school. Oh, and thank you all for that follow. Thank you. Well, I in some ways missed out. In other ways you could say I was spared, but in some ways I missed out on that kind of energy. Oh, it does something now. Last time it didn't do anything. Oh my. That's a noise. See that fucking noise, dude? My. Boiling through pleasure. Oh. Do I play anything for fun? So, I'll give you a little crash course on little Alex fun facts. So, my main instrument from back in the day was the cello. I still have my cello. I can still read, like... if a piece is written for a cello, I can read it and play it with some room for, like... I wouldn't be able to sight read it perfectly. You know, it would take me a minute. It would take me a minute to kind of, like, suss it out. If it's a theme I will recognize, you know, it probably wouldn't take too much. But if it's a never heard it before sight reading kind of thing, can't move it. Don't know what it's for, but I'll leave it. Yeah, probably all these. So anyway, that was my main instrument. Took piano lessons for a couple years when I was super young. Not like crazy young, but like would have been grade school. I guess, yeah, actually, no, I guess it's been like less than 20 years probably since piano lessons were a thing. But it's been a while. And can I go this one? Okay. Nothing else here. Otherwise, I've like doodled around as an adult, I've doodled around on a keyboard. I own a keyboard. It's actually in my closet. Back this way. My hand is, you can't see it. It's where the closed door is. My cello's in the other room. I have a guitar and a bass guitar that are fun to play around with. But yeah, I never really kept up with music. After I graduated high school, it was one of those things where I realized very early on that I was never really good enough to play music and like do anything with it career-wise or anything unless I practiced a fuck ton. Because to me, there's two different kinds of professional musicians that like make it. They're the ones that are naturally gifted, and then the ones that aren't naturally gifted, but they have the drive and like the grit to practice a bunch. Like they have like the desire to like get good and stay good. I had neither of those things. I didn't have natural talent. I was all right, but I didn't have like natural good talent, like really good talent. I was just like average, and I didn't love it. I didn't like live and breathe playing music the way that some of my friends did. So I was like, I just don't think it's for me. So I didn't carry it forward. So as a result, you know, I've a lot of those skills have atrophied, which is fine. That's just how it goes. Growing up and, you know, trying to determine what things to focus on when I go to college, you know, that kind of thing. That is just how it goes. Brass uses, oh, okay, so certain instruments use one or the other, that kind of thing. Play the piano a bunch. Stop, yeah, in the middle, because in the military, yeah, exactly, it'd be harder. Yeah. And you should play it again, though. Reach is bigger, though, yeah. That's an interesting point, yeah, if you played when you were younger, that's a good point, yeah, because I got tiny little hobbit hands, so yeah, that's one reason, maybe why I wasn't able to stick with the piano for much. For very, very long. I like the cello a lot. I like the cello more than the piano. Well, the piano is a stringed instrument, but I guess you would say traditional stringed instruments are probably what I would gravitate towards more. Drums couldn't focus, yeah. That's cool you're getting back into it, though, because that's the thing, as you're an adult, now you're playing it because you want to versus because your parents are making you, right? That kind of thing. Sight reading, yeah, sight reading's hard, man. I know people that just have that natural gift, and it blows my mind, because, yeah, sight reading is tough. I think it's tough, at least. Triangle, yeah, triangle. I play a mean penny whistle. Anyway, so we flipped the switch. Let me re-inspect that switch. See if there's anything else to it. The boiler is working. It's making an ominous noise. We heard some interesting grumbly noises earlier. You've got the passion, which is, yeah, and that's very good. That's a very rare thing to have, JD, so that's very good. If you got, like, the passion for it, then yeah, that's obviously, you know, something you can do something with. Quite good, yeah. Well, that's the thing, though. It's like again, like when you become an adult, and other priorities happen, and other other, you know, life experiences and other life stresses come into play, sometimes we have to sideline those kinds of things. Like Black Magic said, you know, he was really cool, really good at the piano, kind of had to dip for a bit, he's getting back into it. So it's like there are a lot of ways, a lot of opportunities to like reinvestigate those kinds of things. I'm very much an advocate of the it's never too late to reinvent yourself school of thought. There are some people that say, I'm too old to take up a new instrument, I'm too old to learn a new language, to learn a new skill, to travel, to find new friends, to find a love interest. It's like, you know, there are those that think, what's the point? It's too late for me. And I don't know. I like to think except for extremely like extreme circumstances, it's never too late. You can always reinvent yourself. You can always find a new, like discover a new part about yourself that you didn't know about. You can always find a new passion, find new friends, move to a new city. Like I like to think that if you have the resources to do so, that like it's never too late, you know? You can, there's always more time. But at the same time, by that same token, I recognize life is short and youth and health is fleeting. So there are two kind of opposing directions, but I tend to lean towards the more hopeful side. Keep up the chops, that's right. Oh, that's a good point too. Yeah, percussion instruments are large and also can be very noisy. The cello can be noisy as well. I mean, you know, but I would say a cello is less of a noise disturbance to my neighbors than a drum set or an electric guitar. So, although with an electric guitar, you could always like plug in headphones with an amplifier. You could do it that way, honestly. Drawing digitally, but Off-Road Devil, we have proof, we have evidence of your incredible drawing chops just to the south of that chat message in the little corner of the chat box with my little booty sticking out. We have proof that you are actually quite the talented illustrator. So, au contraire, my friend. Learning piano, small keyboard, yeah. Piano's cool, man. I'm a little bit sad I didn't stick with the piano when I was a kid. And I'm glad I found something that I did enjoy more. Yeah, piano's dope, dude. Piano's cool as fuck. It's 100% agreed. Let's check the clock tower real quick. Because we definitely did a thing. Whether or not it was a good thing. Man, I'm hearing some fucking noises. And they make me nervous to all dick and back. Is this door open now? It is open. And unsurprisingly, it's a teens little spot. However, there's something. Oh, we're climbing to. Oh, fuck. You're really gonna climb down that shit, Harry? Damn, son. So, how do I say this? I'll say this much. I don't have as much experience with this kind of thing. However, I've observed friends of mine, whomst are black, and they say whenever like you're watching a horror movie and there's a protagonist, usually a white dude or a woman, but like who's like, what's this scary thing? I'm just gonna inject myself into this scary circumstance for no reason. Like Harry climbing down this fucking haunted school's clock tower, that's some white dude high school or horror movie, like high school horror movie bullshit, man. It's like, dude, like I can just hear some of my friends who've described this like kind of thing to me being like, oh hell no, no, I ain't touching that shit with a 10-foot pole, man. At that point I'm out, and I'm like, yeah, I get it. It's like there are instances of horror video games or media or movies, what have you, where yes, sometimes questionable choices are made, and this is a questionable choice. Holy fuck. Learn the harp? Oh man, yeah, big and expensive instrument. I know you can rent instruments, but I think even renting a harp would be spicy for sure. There's a zither. I've never heard of a zither before. Now, in the distance, we hear what might be like a tornado siren. When we played Siren Head, we were talking about how like tornado sirens and air raid sirens are just by their design upsetting, and that's good that they're upsetting. They're supposed to get our attention and make us very alert because, you know, they need to be. And as a result, yeah, tornado sirens in the distance or air raid sirens, it's like, anxiety, you know, I can feel my blood pressure rising just hearing it. So that is unfortunately very fitting. I'm also looking to see if I can interact with any of these blood giblets on the ground, but I can't actually read any of it. Curiosity kills the cat. That's, yeah. A hurdy-gurdy. Oh, fuck. Hurdy-gurdies are weird, man. Because, like, you have to, like, pull the crank and it's not like... Wait, hold on. I'm trying to think. You pull the crank and you do something to manipulate the strings. I can't remember, though. It's for sure... Yeah, we're looking for a kid. I guess that's a good point, Derek. I guess we're not completely stupid. Too brave for his own good. Harry, it's a good thing you're so handsome because you're not very brave or not very smart. Zither, yeah, I've never heard of a zither. Oh, the auto harp. Okay, I know what the auto harp is. Yeah, air raid sirens. That's right. All right, what's this say? It says keep out. That sign won't stop me because I don't know how to read. Imagine hearing an air raid siren in 2021, right? Like it. And when I say an air raid siren, I don't mean like a tornado siren. I mean like an actual air raid siren. Like that would be like, we don't have air raids in 2021, you know? Like that was the thing in World War II. Like that was the thing in really scary times in history. Yeah, like that's an interesting kind of position to put myself in. What if I were to like hear one? Like how would I react? Would I just be like, all right, GG's in the chat.
Have I been here before?
It looks slightly familiar. Oh my.
I don't remember this being here before.
Think you're onto something, Harry? Courtyard question mark. All the rooms are now marked as unexplored, so a little something. These dev might, yeah, you're not wrong, Derek. This would have been the mid to late 90s. So yeah, some of them might have been alive for that shit. I mean, yeah, that they might have been kids during it. Yeah. Oh, it's scary to think about, man. It's like it's a violin with a wheel. You have to like hand crank it, right? Oh, it's the buttons. That's right. You push the buttons and that. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. So it's not. Yeah, it's like not really a harp. I guess it's closer to a violin than a harp. Yeah, it's a weird instrument, man. I've never like held one with my own hands, but I've seen them and I've heard them played, and they're weird. They sound cool though. I like the name hurdy-gurdy. And so looks like the rest of this is a mirrored version of the school, with maybe certain rooms that are available and others that are unavailable, maybe. What am I hearing? That is some discordant, angry fucking piano, saber-tooth piano noises. Yeah, saber-tooth piano. This is like the fucking piano from Mario 64. After he snorted 30 kilograms of crack cocaine. And listened to a lot of like Miles Davis, like bebop, like old school bebop jazz, and was like, nah, just fucking, yeah, just noises, just fucking noises, man. Like that. That's what I'm thinking of right now. Just like stayed up until 5 a.m. listening to Miles Davis video, like watching Miles Davis videos on YouTube. Well, this is already quite normal. Ouch. Say the triple tap should do it. Yeah, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore, Toto. I don't think we're in school anymore, Toto. The Bizarro Mirror, that's right. It's the upside down school where we're walking on the ceiling, except the ceiling is a fucking meat grinder. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm reverse Alex. I need to have opposite opinions on everything now. Hello, it's me, reverse Alex. I didn't play music in school. I was a jock and I'm 5'7". I've got a 12-inch dick. Anyway, your last big move. Oh yeah. Oh, the handpan. It's interesting. I've never handled a handpan. In fact, I don't know if I've actually ever heard one before. They have knives. Didn't they already have knives? Because they had little stabbies last time we were fighting them. What do you have in your hand? A knife. Can we go outside? We try it. I'm not gonna get my hopes up. Oh my. Now, real quick, if I wanted to play Big Dick Swinging mode, could I turn off the... Oh god, you can't see shit. I was gonna say, like, is that like real gamer mode, just playing with the lights off? With the flashlight off, rather? It seems like that'd be really hard to do, unless you've played the game before. 12, that's right, 12 inches. It's hard standing up straight. Maybe they changed it. It's possible that like the earlier Meat children didn't have knives, but at some point we've seen them with knives previously. Or at least they had what I understood to be knives. This is a first aid kit. I will acquire it. Now, I don't know if meat grinder is really what this area is. Maybe sucked in. So don't approach carelessly. I mean, I already got pretty damn close, though. Big balls mode. That's right. Yeah, off in-game and off in real life. Yeah, exactly. Oh, shit. Maybe I should be playing with the lights off. That just occurred to me. Should I do? Yeah, let's fucking do that, too. Yeah, give me 1 sec. Let me turn the lights off real quick. Let's establish some mood lighting real quick. How did I not think of that sooner? Oh, yeah! Now we're getting weird. Now it's getting good. And juke the enemies. Interesting, so the enemies are like able to suss out your location with the light, with the flashlight. That kind of makes sense, actually. So there is a strat, but it's not necessarily good. Okay, and yeah, maybe not always a reliable mechanic. Oh, it's my microphone. Oh, it's the mute button. I was like looking behind me. I was like, what is a red glowing thing behind me? What the? I thought it was like back here. Because right down here is about where Dexter is sleeping. Dexter, why do you have one giant glowing red eye? Are you Satan? Satan dog? That's my microphone. It's my microphone mute button. I just got excited for a second. I was like, why is that? Why is that there? Hello, is that you, Satan? In game and also in real life? They do have knives? Okay, cool. Oh, in the movie adaptation. Gotcha. I gotcha. That is a Blue Yeti indeed, my friend. And I've had it for, gosh, I would say about 4 years now. And it's been pretty good to me. I like it a lot. I'm using Voice Meter Banana for some additional shenanigans, for some additional like, what's the word? I guess EQing. And then of course I have a number of filters in OBS specifically, compressors and limiters, that kind of stuff. I like it a lot. It's a good microphone. I got it on sale years ago, so I don't know. It's a bit expensive full price. I don't know if it's like worth it necessarily when it's full price, but like, yeah, if you can get it on discount, it's pretty nice. It's pretty reliable. The like, I usually tell people that what's the other blue microphone? Is it the Snowball? It's kind of like one, like half step down from the Yeti. Like that's a perfectly fine microphone. Like that one's like totally good. So I have nothing but positive things to say about blue products. Abadi abadai. And this is the hall in which we have not been. Enemy. Giant fucking slug beasts. Slugs or leeches. You know, when we played those Haunted Cities games on stream, on the Extra Life stream, marathon streamy streams a few weekends ago, the first 4 Haunted City, well, the first bundle of Haunted Cities games we played, were all, well, not all of them themed around leeches, but they all had like a significant part of like their narrative that involved leeches somehow. And I wonder if this was like, at this level was, and it like influenced those games specifically. What's up, Tempest? Good to see you, bud. They're giant roaches. Yeah, they look pretty roach-like, honestly. Thank you, Tempest. Yeah, we had an extraordinarily generous donation that hit us on Saturday. We had a $275 donor from a donor who wishes to remain anonymous, which was beyond kind and generous. Like, holy shit, that blows my mind. And yeah, because of that person's donation, as well as all the other people who generously donated and also supported the channel throughout this year, because of all the support and donations and subscription revenue, all the stuff, all the, you know, the money that has entered either into the channel or into the Extra Life profile, donation profile. We hit our goal, and we're actually just slightly past it because we did an Extra Life donation earlier with the channel point, or the Extra Life point system we have right now. So yeah, this has been a very, actually, I'm gonna go and go through this so I can indicate that it is traversable. Yeah, it's been very good. It's been a very good year for a number of reasons, but yeah, the Extra Life stuff has been really nice. That's sweet to say, Tempest. I appreciate you, bud. It's very generous of you to say. This has been a good year for me, and last year was a good year for me, and I've mentioned this before, how it's like I almost feel guilty. Maybe not guilty is the right word, but I feel what's the word? There's like a word. I'm sure there's like a complicated word in German to describe this emotion I'm feeling, where a lot of people did not have good years last year, or this year for that matter. People are sometimes, there are some people that are really fucking struggling right. And here I am. I got a cushy job. I've got a fun hobby. Like, I've got a nice place. I got a happy dog. I've got a girlfriend who's very sweet and patient with my nerdy bullshit. So it's like I got a lot of things going for me, and I'm grateful for that. I wish more people had what I had. What's up, Dan? Good to see you, bud. Roach creatures. They have humanoid. Oh Jesus, that sounds scarier actually. That's sweet to say, Irasi. I will acknowledge that, like, viewership wise, we've definitely leveled up over the past year or so, but like, you know, it's also kind of plateaued, which is totally fine. So no, I'm not like, I'm never gonna suffer from delusions of grandeur. Like, I'm always gonna keep myself grounded. So it's like I don't think that it's like a measure of like enormous success or anything, but I am happy with just how things have been going for the past couple years. It's been very nice. And yeah, I'm not sad when the viewer count goes down. It's like, yeah, or if it goes back up, a lot of that you just kind of accept as being kind of out of your hands after a certain point. Fortunate, fortunate rather than like, yeah, fortunate's a good word, because luck is like complete RNG. Because you're right, yeah, because fortunate would do, it's like, sometimes my parents will say, oh, Alex, you know, you deserve all the things you have right now. You know, you worked hard in school, you got a degree in college, that's all great. And it's like, well, yeah, that's true. I like to think that, yeah, I did work hard, but I was able to go to college thanks to their support. I would, if it wasn't for my parents helping me with my college with my student loans, I would have had, my student loans would have been way more. They didn't pay for all of college. We just pretty much had an agreement where they would cover half of my loans and I would cover the other half. So I was able to pay. I paid off my loans fully as of like, I want to say 2 years ago. My student loans, that is. So like, if not for my parents helping me out, I would have been, you know, signed up. Well, I guess the student loan payoff time would have been the same, but my payments would have been much more expensive. So it's like, you know, it makes that allowed more financial flexibility. So it's like, yes, it's true, my involvement was significant, but the, you know, being in a family situation that allowed me to go to college was fucking huge, because some people aren't even given that chance, and that is awful. So yeah, so you're right, it's like there's other factors to consider there. Reused from one of the monsters. Interesting, yeah. I mean, that's the thing about like the PSOne texture warping sometimes that it's kind of hard to tell those things. A thing that happened 8 years ago. We don't talk about that thing that happened 8 years ago, Awful Devil. I paid very important people in high places not to forget that incident ever happened, Awful Devil. We just it never happened. All right, we're all in agreement. That incident. 47 alt accounts. Correct. That's correct. Yes. So the view count on my chat bot says we have 19 viewers right now. 18 of them are Awful Devil, including me. I'm also Awful Devil. OG Morrowind, yeah. That's right. I remember that shit, ironically. Oh, that was like back in like December of, I want to say 2017. No, 2016, I think. Holy shit, that was a long time ago. Organically grown. That's very sweet of you to say, Irasi, and you are a very pivotal and key member of the community, of the regulars that we have around here, and it's always such a pleasure. Are just scattered, and I feel like there's a tricky balance that I try to maintain about like how often do I really make it explicitly known how grateful I am that there are people that watch and chill with us. Like, you know, I've mentioned before, there's a lot of people that stream on Twitch and make videos on YouTube. Like, there's a lot of content out there. So the fact that there are more than 0 people that pop into our stream from time to time, you know, just to pop in to say hi, see what games you're playing. Like, I think that's really neat. Like, it's never something I expect, but it's absolutely something I'm grateful for. I try not to like repeat that a bajillion times because it's probably like annoying to hear it like super often, but I do hope people know, and I should probably say it more often, that yeah, I'm grateful that there are people that like, yeah, just to hang out with us for a bit, you know, spend 5 minutes in the stream, 5 seconds even, just to chill with us, see how we're doing, see what kind of games we're playing. It's like, it's really nice. It's nice to have like a number of regulars, screen names you recognize. You know, you in some cases, like I know about like things they're doing in their life. I know about like, oh yeah, how's that thing you were telling me about? Or like if they stream. Oh no, I want to shoot the other guy. Like if they stream, or like, oh yeah, tell me about like JD moving, for instance. Like, yeah, JD, how's the move going? Like Off-Road Devil like working on his mods for Morrowind. Like, it's kind of cool having these like instances where you can check in on the homies, you know? It's kind of nice. It's a nice feel. I think I kicked 2 with 1 fell swoop, or I shot that one guy a bajillion times. So I was trying to retarget the other lad. Also, I got fucking stabbed in the dick, so I need to use a little healimajig. Too much hair to be you? Maybe you know how I started my stream like half an hour to an hour late today? It's because I was excruciatingly like not, what's the opposite of plucking? Reinserting synthetic beard hairs onto my face and hair hairs onto my head. It was because I was meticulously, I have to spend like 12 hours every day, every stream day, resetting my face and my head to transform into the Alex character. Glue on, that's right. Glue on hair. And then I have to spend another 8 hours after the stream ends to extract the hair. So I'm only left with like 6 waking hours. Holy fuck, can you imagine? That's why I'm so tired all the time, right? No, not really. Fuck. What a weird scenario I've crafted for myself. Holy fuck. That's some cursed shit, man. Just the idea of like spending so much time. The dedication to the character. He's a method actor. The dedication to his character is impressive. Small interactions. Yeah, that's how I feel about it too. It's like, I think those small interactions go a long way. So, and it's something I do not take for granted, because it's like, there's a lot of people that stream, there's a lot of people that make YouTube videos. There's so much. I don't like to see it as competition, but there's a lot of avenues for watching video game related adjacent content, and like a lot of personalities and a lot of that kind of stuff. And I'll be honest, there are people that I think do what I'm trying to do way better. And better versus worse, it's obviously subjective. But I mean, there are streamers that I watch and I'll just think to myself, holy fuck, this person is like so entertaining. Like, dude, I was watching Joel, Varg Skelter. He's a perfect example of this. He is an extraordinary streamer to aspire to be, because he does the dumbest, with a capital D, the dumbest shit, and it is incredible. I was watching him play the San Andreas Definitive Edition last week. It's locked. Last week on his stream, and I think I told people about this. He was trying to fuck over he was trying to like game the fucking horse racing mini game, but he was being very like picky. He was like, no, I want to spend all of my money in one fell swoop on the horse mini game. And he had like 10,000, he had like $12,000 on his person. So he was like, what's something I can buy that's $2,000 so I can have exactly 10,000? Because the horse betting, you can only bet in increments of like 100, 500, 1,000, or 10,000. So he wanted to do all 10,000 in one swoop. So that way he could lose all of his money on the horse racing and then end the game. Horse racing and then end the game. What instead happened was that somebody was like, yo dude, there's a soda vending machine in game down the street, and they're $1. You could drink 2,000 sodas. And Joel was like, all right. So he went over to the soda machine. He doesn't play with a webcam, so I don't know he did this, but I think what he did is he's like taped down the like, I guess the X button on his controller, whatever, you know, on the PS5 controller or whatever it was, taped down like the use button on the controller, placed himself in front of the vending machine, and CJ began to just like vending machine, clink, put in a quarter, put in $1, drink a soda, all right, put a new one, and drink a new soda. Like, would do that, and either left the stream running for a couple minutes, and then you heard typing in the background, and he began to queue up like Rocky training montage music, like Highway to the Danger Zone and like Push It to the Limit, like the training montage music. Like he was like queuing that up. He put some American flags in the distance. It was majestic. Like I never thought to myself, man, I can't wait to spend like 45 minutes watching a man in Sweden play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and just drink sodas for like 45 minutes. And his mic was muted for 90% of it. And the chat was exploding. The chat was like, yeah, he's a pretty popular streamer. So like any given time, he'll have like over 1,000 viewers usually. And his chat fucking exploded. Like people were popping off. Everyone was like, let's go, baby. Like everyone was so excited. It was just so stupid. He didn't make it to the full 2,000. He got to like 600, I think. And was like, guys, I gotta get to bed. I think what he was probably doing is he probably did go AFK at one point and like probably used the restroom, probably checked emails. Like he was probably doing other things, but it was a searing hot meme, and only Joel could have pulled it off. I don't think anybody else could have made that like 10% as exciting as he did. Like it was a sight to behold. So it's like oh, is he not dead? Oh, he takes 2 kicks, or maybe I miskicked the first time. This guy's definitely dead, though. So anyway, like, yeah, I think there are some streamers and some content creators who are they just have it. They just have that certain je ne sais quoi that is just, mwah, chef's kiss. Like, you can't really define it, but you know it when you see it. Like, know when you hear it, or what have you. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't understand it. But I do appreciate when I see it. And Joel is just great. It's just the dumbest crap. So, I say all this to you, dear viewer, not to say that I think of myself as a lesser streamer or anything like that. I just think some people they just have it. It's just, they have this like natural way to turn the dumbest shit into some of the funniest shit. Joel has it. He's one of these streamers. And I like to think that everybody has something like that about themselves. They just need to discover. So it's like, and I'm still trying to find my thing, you know, or maybe I'm still in the process of it. Maybe I've kind of found it. I'm still trying to refine it. But like, I think that's like the key for a lot of like content creators. Finding your niche and like finding the thing that you're really good at, or like the thing that like makes you stand out from the crowd. Because making something like that entertaining is remarkable. The D Master, yeah, the fucking definitive edition. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the recent one. That's the one that was crashing after drinking over 1,000 Sprunk. Imagine your bladder, by the way, 1,000 fucking cans of Sprunk. How does your dick just not explode, dude? God fucking damn. Holy moly. Shit is bananas. Spending so long in your space. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like it just kind of more or less organically kind of comes into its own. I've been watching a lot of Devin Nash lately, which might be, for those who know who Devin Nash is and follow his stuff, you might not be surprised by that, because based on like some of the things I've talked about on stream, some things I've parroted from him. I'm gonna try to like, it's unlocked. Oh, I didn't realize it was locked. Oh, this is the courtyard, right? Anyway, I've been watching a lot of his stuff lately, and he has a lot of interesting points about, not even streaming specifically so much as content creation in a more like generic sense. I shouldn't say generic sense. A more general sense. I was trying to get to this guy first. Gonna kick this guy first. Like the notion of like how to be a successful content creator. Not even streamers specifically, just like how to like make yourself successful in the space of content creation. That can mean YouTube videos, that can mean streaming, that can mean Instagram posts, TikTok, you know, any kind of platform you want to go for. And the perils and the shortcomings of certain platforms, where Twitch has shortcomings, where YouTube has shortcomings, Facebook gaming, you know, all these different platforms. And he did a video really not too long ago about like some of the common like shortfalls that like small streamers have. He calls it small streamer syndrome, and notes like some of the ways that small streamers can feel discouraged, oh, an ampule. Interesting. Yeah, I'll take it. I didn't even notice. I was just checking this thing. Yeah, the wheelchair. Harry, I don't think this is an elementary school anymore. I think we've officially transformed this area into a meat grinder school, a school for meat grinders. But anyway, the point at the end that I thought was the most compelling was near the end of the video. He said, one of the biggest things any aspiring content creator can do is to be interesting, be somebody interesting. And then he's like, oh, oh wow, Devin, thanks for the good advice. Like, it sounds so easy, right? Let me just make myself interesting. Like, oh, now I'm interesting now. But what he was getting at was like, find some way to set yourself apart from people who just play video games, and that's their whole shtick. Because unless you play video games really fucking good, like you're a professional, or you have an existing audience, it's hard to build up a stream audience with a stream that is, I play video games. And that's it. Like, there needs to be something else to make yourself stand out. Otherwise, it's really hard to make it. You know, it's hard to get an audience, like a consistent audience. And I think he's right. I think there's something to that. I think having some kind of way, oh, I've already been here. Some way to set yourself apart is tricky. And I think, oh, did I not actually try the door? I guess the door was implied to be locked. And there's probably a lot of, there's probably no single right way to do it. It's probably different for everybody. I'm gonna back up here because I'm trying to be mindful of my limited ammo. I'm trying to back up so I can hit him with the jukes over on this side with more moving space. But, or I could just do this. Fuck you! Oh. Separate door. Oh boy, well this looks familiar. We've seen this in the teacher's lounge, but now it's a real thing. Is it worse than Scuba the Skrunk? Yeah, if it crashes the game, probably, honestly. We're just kicking babies, accurate. Just have fun by myself. And that's the thing too, he also said that like, if your goal as a streamer isn't to like, you know, ascend to partner and like, you know, do all that stuff. If you're fine, like, you know, not like striving for big gains and whatnot, and that's like perfectly fine too. Not everybody like wants to or even has the desire to like put in all the time it takes to like, you know, to make it quote unquote, because yeah, it takes a lot of time. Because the big thing nowadays, I think, is that you can't just stream anymore. You have to stream and be active on social media and have a YouTube channel and make TikTok videos. Like, you have to not put all your eggs in one basket nowadays for people that are new or small to streaming. I think back when Twitch first rolled, like within the first like couple years of Twitch's existence, you probably could have gotten by just by playing like maybe weird games or like popular games really well, but nowadays it's like, yeah, it's much more complicated now. So it's like if somebody doesn't want to put in all the time and like energy into that shit, who can blame them? Because it's a lot. Is this a door? No keyhole or a knob. Certainly won't open. What is this? A good question. Small streamer house. When I see the word small, I think of small turtle house. In an elementary school? Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. They would probably have a wheelchair or two in an elementary school. Horizontal slot. This is where you insert a document. It's where you insert a printed document on expensive paper that says, "Hello, yes, I am authorized to enter the Satan school for Satan children." So that door is locked. We've already checked the infirmary. Let's go back the way we came. I guess the door or the entryway leading to the stairs is blocked off or something. Is Satan child no longer here? I didn't kill him. I'm almost disappointed. He just fucking ran to the wall. Could always go correct. That's correct. Yeah, I haven't really explored the courtyard very much. Somewhat deliberately. Oh, that's right. This area. Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I should explore the courtyard more, actually. Let's go up top, because I haven't... Actually, no, I have... Wait, have I checked the classrooms? Oh, I missed that health. We're just leaving health beverages out here. To be clear... Oh. This door is jammed. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, but we have... Oh, I missed the door. That's what it is. So we have been there, but yeah, the navigating it's a little bit tricky. To be clear, health drink. Are we just drinking entire bottles of NyQuil? Because maybe this whole game is just one big NyQuil NyQuil-induced hallucination. Oh. Well, that was unexpected. Oh, okay, I was like, oh, fuck, am I trapped in here? No, we're not trapped. Having fun, enjoying your stuff. Yeah, that's just about the extent of where I look at it, JD. It's like, I feel like if I'm having a good time, that's good enough for me. Because you're right, like, a lot of that will just happen organically. People will see you're having a good time, and it'll be like a warmer, more welcoming environment. I think, at least my theory, just based on when I watch somebody streaming. Like, if I watch somebody streaming and they're having a really miserable time, like they're really stressed out, I'm less inclined to participate in their chat, and because it's like the energy kind of rubs me the wrong way. People are, I don't think everybody's that way. I think everyone's different in that regard, but like that's just, you know, how I feel about that kind of thing. Whereas if someone's jovial, having a good time, then yeah, I'm with you, JD. It's like I'm more inclined to participate in their chat, to come back for seconds, you know, for at a later date. So yeah, I agree. It's like if you're having a good time and you're like streaming something or making content that you believe in, if you're making content that if you, how do I say this? Like, if you weren't making this content and someone else were to make it, would you watch it? That's like the litmus test. So it's like, if me playing this game right now is something that I would watch, and the answer is yes, then that's a pretty good sign. It's liquid Viagra. Okay, so it's not a NyQuil-induced hallucination. It's because we've had a boner for 98 hours, and the lack of oxygen to our brain is causing us to hallucinate. Unboxing. Oh yeah, 5,000 or 6,000. Wow, that's incredible. Lego unboxing video and that blue. Whoa, that's amazing, Irasi. Holy moly. So that's a really good example of someone like finding their niche, but like very suddenly finding their niche. Like they thought they had a niche, and then all of a sudden they exploded, and it was like, oh fuck. Now there's more. Also, what are these like? Is this one of those like carnival toy walls where you like pick a prize off the wall? A headless doll is stuck to the wall. This room looks like this is like a meat grinder circus. All these gurneys, all these play blocks. Rubber ball. It's a strange amount of detail to that rubber ball. Strangely high poly count for a rubber ball. He was about to quit though, yeah. Yes, well, I mean, yeah, sometimes it's luck, sometimes it's just like... Yeah, it's wild how that just works out sometimes. I try to, like, stay away from using the word luck when it comes to, like, people's success on content creation. Because, I mean, in that particular case, honestly, yeah, that's some pretty impressive, like, RNG. If it wasn't, like, a deliberate thing, if it was, like, a throwaway video, like, I'll go and throw it out there, who's gonna fucking care? Like, if it was just a complete throwaway thing, then yeah, it maybe that one really was luck. Maybe it really was just, like, a case of, fuck it, let's just try it. I'm pissed at YouTube, or I'm done with content creation. So maybe that's all that was. But yeah, for a while there, I used to think that some degree of luck, or a significant amount of luck, was required to, like, make it, quote unquote, to be a successful content creator. And I think that opinion has kind of softened over the years, because I think about the really successful content creators that I know of, that I keep up with, and I can trace a pretty obvious line of, like, what drew people to them, what drew me to them, for that matter. And I don't think I've ever had an instance of, I'm only watching this person, or I only like this person because I stumbled upon them. Usually it's like, maybe I stumbled upon them at one point and that was one thing, but what kept me around? Like, what's the retention rate? Because I think that's the thing. When you look at metrics for streamers, a lot of people look at follower count, but follower count, you know, followers are it's not exactly a super reliable metric, because, you know, what's the retention rate for a new follower? What's the likelihood of a new follower coming back for more? Especially for someone like myself who plays a lot of games. I'm playing Silent Hill right now. After Silent Hill, we'll play Noita for a bit, then we'll play Eternal Darkness, and then we'll play Roller Coaster Tycoon. When I play Roller Coaster Tycoon, people might be like, what the fuck? I thought Alex was playing horror games. What the hell? So that much is all, you know, it's hard to say, really, how much can be attributed to those kinds of things. Also, Woo with the rain. What's up, Woo? Good to see you, my dude. Thank you, my friend. We are playing Silent Hill. I turned the lights off. I should have done that when we started this game on Wednesday. Lights are off and things are weird and spooky. What's up, Whale? Good to see Mr. Whale. A spooky hello to you as well. Welcome to Spooky Hill. That's correct. That's what this is. Pagan sex rituals. That's correct. Actually, all right, now here's the big reveal, you guys. Everybody in the chat right now, you have unknowingly stumbled into my pagan sex ritual. Being in the chat is part of my sex ritual. Text messages on a chat window is my fetish. So now you're all welcome to my sex ritual. We have Punch and Pie in the other room. Don't need luck to grow. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, being found is one thing, but like having some kind of that retention and that like momentum, that's where it gets tricky for sure. You think there's some that are primed to blow up? Yeah, it's like, if for some, I think I agree, JD. I think it's like, for some, it's just a matter of time. I was thinking for that follow. Whomst was that? Oh, that was Commander. Thank you. Thank you, Commander, for that follow. I appreciate that, my friend. How you doing, Woo, by the way? Thank you to JD for the shout out for our friend Woo playing some Mega Man 11. That's awesome, dude. How you liking it? Because confession time, I've actually never beaten a Mega Man game. Don't tell anybody I said that. I've never beaten a Mega Man game, and I haven't played 9, 10, or 11. But Woo is a cool dude. Woo is a very, what's a good word for it? He is a well-balanced gamer. He has he consumes a very healthy, well-balanced diet of video games. So he's very responsible. And he's a good dude. He plays a lot of cool games, a wide variety, like myself, casts a wide net with the games that he plays. He plays Mega Man and doesn't afraid of anything. Thank you, Woo, for that very kind raid. It's always a pleasure, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Heard 11 was, yeah, I heard 11 was real good. Heard 11 was really good. I heard 10 was like, 9 was like amazeballs. 10 was good, but not everyone's favorite. And then, yeah, as the story goes, yeah, apparently 11 was like really freaking sick, which is good because Mighty Number 9 happened and everyone was like, oh. And then Mega Man 11 came in to save the day. Are we worshiping a horny god? Yes, that's correct. It's fucking hard though. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. What's up, Kubos? What's up, buddy? Don't have a flashlight. Here, let me reach into my closet. Oh, flashlight. I'm sorry. I thought you meant another kind of light that begins with the similar letter. Good question. Do I have a flashlight? I do in the other room. What's your idea, Kubos? Return to form. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the classics. Because 8... Yeah, what was it? 7 and 8 would have been like PS1 games, right? And then, 9 was like a return to form. Yeah, 9 and 10 really, like a retro revival kind of games, yeah. A time warp, says Kubos. I'll say this. I have a flashlight. I think its batteries are kind of low because it was kind of dim. What I do have is this. Cell phone. Whoa! So I have this. So if nothing else, that would do in a pinch, probably. Probably, maybe. Light and on and off. Interesting. Yeah, I would say if you have the channel points for Kubos, I would be down to experiment sexually with this flashlight. Yeah, more of a modern vibe. Yeah, that makes sense. Because I've seen the screenshots and maybe a little bit of gameplay footage. It looks really cool. But yeah, I've yet to play it myself. I'm looking at this map here. I think we need to go back to the courtyard then. Because I don't think there's anything else for us in this meat school zone. Because we picked up a couple of new things. Or actually, I guess just the one new thing. Oh, we have a few things, actually. Picture of a key. Maybe I should try that on the murder door that we saw earlier. Oh, that's a health thing. Oh, okay. Effect lasts for a while. Wait. To recover stamina to high. Effect lasts for a while. So it's temporary? Used by children. Can I use it? Can I consume? I consume the rubber ball. It's like, yeah, peeking through the blinds. Yeah. I could absolutely see that. Yeah, see, Harry's flashlight isn't nearly as aggressive. Let's go and let's check the murder room. It would have been in the reception area. Let's cut through the courtyard to get to the murder room. The murder door. Still can't, like, interact with this at all. To my knowledge, at least. And the noises are still definitely noiseful. Alright, so now... reception, yeah. Thank you once again, by the way, to Woo for that very generous raid. Woo's a good lad, man. Woo's a good dude. Plays a lot of cool games. I try to, like, compare... I shouldn't say compare. I try to, like, point out for the people that are already following me, if you like what I do, there's a number of streamers and streamer friends we have that do similar things that we do. Variety of games and, like, chill kind of commentary delivery. Like, very similar streaming styling. So if you like what I do and you want more people like me, Woo is a very good example. And actually, Kubos for that matter. And JD. Actually, yeah, all those people I just mentioned. Woo, Kubos, JD, all nice streamer friends. Nice streamer peoples. So, if you're on the market, you're looking for new streamer peeps, them some pretty cool peeps in my slightly biased opinion. I know more about you than your name. I know more about you than you might know about yourself, Woo. That's a lie. But I can make up things and pretend that I know about you. Actually, no, that's not true. I can assume correctly that you do a really good backflip. That Woo's backflips are amongst the best. Go check them out. Yeah. No, I've like lurked in your stream. I'll admit, I don't know if I've chatted in your stream before. I do this a lot where I'll open a stream, like I'll see a person that I know is streaming, and I'll think like, I'm kind of busy right now, but I want to like, I want to support my friend, so I'll bring up the lurk view. Like, well, I'm like alt tab doing other stuff. Or maybe I'll listen in. Or it's a game I'm like, I want to play myself, so like, I can't really watch too much of it, but it's like I want to pop in for a little bit. Because I don't want to spoil it for myself, right? Like those kinds of situations. And the hydrate from Warbird. What's up, Mr. Warbird? Good to see you, buddy. I have to bend my arm backwards. Not backwards, but I have to bend this way. I got my flu shot earlier today, so my arm's a little... It's a little sore. It hurt. No, it wasn't that bad, but it was a little bit of a pokey. Thank you, Warbird, for the hydrate. Yeah, like, flu shot was like a little... It hurt a little bit. Usually the flu shot is like just a teeny little pink. But this one was like, ooh. This one had some juice to it. Had some spice. An amazing backflip, and I missed it. God damn it. See, this is why I can't miss things. That's why I have to stalk Black Magic's forever. And Black Magic's is another fellow streamer, fellow variety streamer friend. who does a wide variety of games. In fact, he played Metroid Prime with Prime Hack on his stream not too long ago. He was doing some Forza when we rated him last week, so variety streams abound, my friends. The Ric Flair reference. Woo! Yeah, maybe I should be saying your name in a flair with more flair, with a Flair-esque delivery. Oh my. Is this the bathroom where we heard the groans of happy, happy, joy, joy? Oh, actually, this is the ladies' room. It was the boys' room. The gentleman's room next to it. Adjacent to it. If you did a backflip, maybe that, yeah, same, actually, woo, yeah. My backflips would be spectacular, but there'd only be one of them. Some folks have hurt themselves. I mean, it's not a woo adjacent experience unless physical injury is involved somehow. You got a clip? Yeah, if you want to post a clip, Black Magic, you can post in the chat if you want. This seems like something can be done here. We can interact with something here. But I'm pressing the interact button and there's nothing on that guy right there. I feel like eventually we're gonna be able to do something in one of these bathrooms. Because so far, all the bathrooms have been like, I think in one of them there was ammo, like one single pack of ammo, and then like in like 2 or 3 of them there were bad guys that we just killed. So like the bathrooms haven't had anything significant yet. I'm holding out though. I'm holding out that we'll get something. Excuse me. That we'll get an interesting I mean, it's interesting, but an interactable bathroom. Let's keep looking. Spectacular. Yeah, that's how mine would go as well. I can stop a speeding bullet. I mean, I could probably slow down a speeding bullet. Oh. Is there something in front of me? Okay, I thought something was attacking me. We got the jingle jangles, the bojangles. Yeah, I could probably, yeah, like slow down a speeding bullet with a part of my body. Maybe stop it. I don't know if I would be unscathed from it. So more stabby child. For a second, I was like, he's not just gonna phase through the wall, is he? For a minute there. That's always a nice thing to see if there's any, if there were like any super cool and or weird stand-up moments. Graded bathroom, yeah, only slightly private, yeah. You can kind of see your friends peeing next to you, kind of, sort of. Now, the real question with grated bathroom stalls is there room underneath where you can hold hands with the stallmate next to you while you're having a difficult poop? Because that's my favorite thing about stalls, is that if I'm having a difficult poop, I can reach my hand underneath and hold hands with my stallmate. I mean, not stallmate, but my neighbor stall, rather. What's up, Nico? Good to see you, bud. Yeah, we're doing some Silent Hill. This is my first ever playthrough of Silent Hill. And I'm digging it a lot, and it is spooky, and sometimes I'm mildly clueless. Sometimes I'm not useless, other times I am. Stopping a speeding bullet. They threw it by oh, yeah. So it's like speeding bullet, which is to say, like, by a thrown human arm and not fired from, like, a rifle or something, yeah. It's not quite as impressive sounding, but it's still pretty cool. Shotgun shells. Oh, game, you're too good to me. Get the shooty pooty, absolutely. It'd still hurt like hell. It probably would, yeah. Any recent ones, yeah. Woo's OnlyFans, that's right. His only woos, his only flares. Holding hands with yeah, not stallmate, yes, neighbor stall. You know what I meant. We all shit the same. That's correct. It's the great equalizer. Have we gotten to the cute bunny part? I was informed earlier that, yeah, there's a part where you get to fight the Easter bunny by throwing chocolate eggs at him. And then afterwards, everyone happily lives ever after. Something like that. So I'm looking forward to the cute bunnies part. I'm pretty excited. Everyone shits the same unless you have Crohn's. Yeah, yeah. Other gastrointestinal frustrations could come into play, or complications even. But regardless, everybody poops. People might not all poo exactly the same, but everybody has to in some capacity. Don't have an OnlyFans? Yeah, maybe not yet. Maybe not yet, my friends. The day is young. Oh, this is all there is? Oh, I thought there'd be like more to this, because I don't think we can go through this door, can we? Oh, jeez. I'm worried they can hit me through the wall. I'm hitting the use button, and the door doesn't want to go. So the door ain't working it. Curious noises that we're hearing. How the hell did we get here? We went through the key door. I think my brain has stopped working. How the fuck did I get here? What the actual shit? Haven't played it myself. No, I'm in the same boat. Nico, this is actually my first time playing any Silent Hill game ever. And it's been very good so far. It's been challenging in a good way. But it's been weird. Good kind of weird for sure. Let me check to see what items I have in my inventory. Maybe there's something else I'm missing. Yeah, I need to, use Lens of Truth. This has some Shadow Temple energy, honestly. Got a rubber ball used by children. I have a knife. Can I use that to cut the wall open? Yeah, let's go back real quick because we can't backtrack. At least not the same way we came. Unless the entrance was somewhere over here and I just missed it. So I'm just like, how the fuck did we get here? So I'm wondering if there was something I missed in here. If nothing else, we could try the ball in that main room, maybe to distract the enemies or something. But they're behind a wall, so the enemies aren't really the issue. It's a question of how do I open the damn door? That's the part that I'm curious about. There's also the bloody... And I'm not, like, being British. I mean, literally a bloody sink. That's not it. Oh, here it is. It's tricky. It's tricky. Because... It's... I don't think... Oh, no, it is on the map. It's just not a door on the map. Yeah, there we go, there we go. Little small... Now it's... Yeah, that's exactly a JD, yeah. I saw it too. I saw it... the very last minute there as I exited the bathroom. What did we get from that? We got... some ammo. We didn't really get anything though from that though, did we? Woman who lost her bowels. Really? Yeah, so not literally everybody poops it. Interesting, yeah. How does her body get rid of waste then, I wonder? Because there would have to be some stuff that is like a byproduct. Well, actually, maybe not, or maybe not much. I don't know. Like, I wonder. You would think there'd be still some kind of byproducts somewhere. Hard to rock around. That's right, Kubos. You know what I was going for. Hell yeah. Bloody sinks are your favorite kind. That's right. Yes. Beastie Boys. Ill communication. Wait. Is that ill, right? Like licensed to ill? Yeah, that was it, yeah. Maybe dialysis, yeah. Oh, God, that would have to be awful then. Having, like, regular dialysis just because, yeah, I got no functioning bowels. What's up, Glitter? Good to see you, friend, yeah. Yeah, there's colostomy bags. Yeah, I guess that's the thing, too. Maybe she could have a colostomy bag. If you just have no bowels at all. Oh, did I check those, like... There's like bodies? I think I did. Yeah, there's no interactions here with the bodies. Sometimes forget the things I tried interacting with which I tried interacting. So you listen to the loop while reading. Oh, while reading Goosebumps. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's fun. It's kind of fun having like a certain music association with like another kind of media. It can be kind of fun. It's locked. So if I could get over to that other side, I could investigate the other things. Now, wait a second. Have I not gone into the boys' room? Or was the boys' room locked? I feel like I did go in the boys' room, because it doesn't have a little arrow drawn to it. No large intestine. Oh, wow. So, yeah, so nothing in there. Wow, that's tough. Hold on, let me scroll up. I think I missed something earlier. Yeah, cool. No, we're good. Let's go down. Cool. Excuse me. Excuse me. Doing stuff for Extra Life. That's correct. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Whenever I do my streams, which happens a few times a week usually, every stream is a charity stream, so to speak, where I don't accept personal tips, and any stream revenue that I earn, I donate back to the Extra Life fundraising profile that I have set up, the Extra Life fundraising page that I have set up. And yeah, it's just raising money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So that's pretty much the extent of it. I don't really have like any, and I was actually thinking about this not too long ago, if I should have like more elaborate like donation incentives, because I really don't do donation incentives in like the classical sense of like, you know, someone donates $10, I take like a sip of like a spicy beverage or something, or, you know, we raise $1,000 and I dye my beard a funny color. Like, I don't really do that kind of stuff, and I wonder if maybe I should strive for something along those lines. What does some of their convince? Yeah, would that have been Extra Life United in Florida? 'Cause I'm in the Midwest. I've never had a chance to attend Extra Life United because it's obviously kind of expensive to travel and whatnot, and hotels and whatnot. But it would be pretty sweet to go one of these years. You would use a colostomy bag? Yeah, it would definitely make me be more convenient than shitting my ass every time. Could you use a colostomy bag? Ironically, I don't know if you could, because I think there's a pretty significant commitment to a colostomy bag. I only accept one kind of personal tip. Hashtag just the tip. Now, to be clear, we could probably just go back the way we came, couldn't we? Oh, we cannot. Isn't that interesting? So we are committed to this area, at least for a while. So we can't retrieve those, it seems. New intestines would be pretty tricky, yeah. That sounds pretty tough, honestly. Is that a thing in November? Oh yeah, you're not wrong, Nico, because there is the Extra Life Game Day, which I did participate in a few weeks ago. There was the Extra Life Game Day, which was on November 6th of this year. So the Extra Life Game Day is like a big part of the fundraising, because with Extra Life, it's a year-long fundraiser. It goes all year long, from January 1st all the way to of a year. So 2021, for instance, January 21st, 2021 was when the fundraising began. And then December 31st of 2021 was when the fundraising will end. So it does go all year long. However, the Extra Life Game Day, the one that's around like November, usually early November, maybe late October, is like usually considered the final push for donations, because usually what inevitably happens is that Thanksgiving happens, Christmas happens, New Year's happens, a lot of the holidays happen at the end of the year. So the people who organize Extra Life thought that having some kind of like end-ish of year marathon fundraiser thing would be a good way to do like a final push for donations. That's where some people do the 24-hour marathon thing, or they do like big bombastic projects to as like big fundraisers. So yeah, that's like the Extra Life Game Day. That's like the big final push that a lot of people participate in, and I participated as well. This is my 11th year in a row participating in Extra Life. My first ever was in 2011, and this is my 11th instance participating with Extra Life, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun this year. It always is. It's my favorite single day out of the year. I like it more than, you know, Christmas or my own birthday or any other major holiday. It means a lot to me, and we raised a lot of money, which I'm very grateful for. We had a lot of people supporting the stream and supporting the channel just in general. So I'm very grateful for all the assistance we received with the Extra Life streams, not just the one from the game day, but just across the board. All of this year and all of previous years too, for that matter. So all good stuff. Make sure, did I like try investigating these like hanging cages? I think I did, yeah. And this door is locked, right? These doors. Or it's jammed, rather, yeah. Not so much locked, but Jimmy jammed. That's right. Probably didn't have it. Yeah, that's a good point too, Awful Devil. It's like you worry about other complications and such. The big game day, that's right. Yeah. The fundraising is all year long, but the game day is the big one. And there's Timmy, who also, actually, speaking of the devil, speaking of extra lifers, Timmy, who just rated us, is a fellow extra lifer. He also participated in the extra life game day. So a lot of people do the extra life game day stuff. Usually around, like around early November and such. Because Timmy played, I think he did some Clone Hero. I think he did some Warframe. Maybe some Trackmania on his game day. So he played a lot of different stuff, which is nice. Do a quick shout out for our friend Timmy. Thank you very much, my friend. Yeah, jammies. That's right. That kind of jam. That's correct. Yep. And look at that. There it is. So Timmy was playing some Warframe. Very good. Yeah, Timmy, you are a very accomplished Warframer. I saw that you got max level not too long ago, which is pretty dope. I know that is no small feat. Thank you very much for that raid, my friend. How you doing, bud? Stayed up for 48 hours playing tabletop. Wow, that's impressive. I don't know if I would have the wherewithal to stay for 48 hours. 24 hours is legit. You know, 24 hours is no joke, but yeah, 48 hours is beyond impressive. Thank you, Mr. Timmy. How you doing, bud? Not sure if there was like a convention this year. Yeah, I know that there was not an Extra Life United last year. There might have been one this year, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to open the doors, man. Weekly cleanups. That's nice, man. Did I pet the dog yet? My dog is over in his little doggy bed. He's being a sleepy little snuggly boy. There is the dog in the doghouse, where if you go super early on the game, he'll say like, "There's a doghouse, but there doesn't appear to be a dog anywhere around here." And if you time it right, the dog can be like about to rip your head off when you get that message on screen. So it is very good. So we got Black Magic. We got the peeps. Yeah, I'm assuming he's talking about the intro where you find the dogs near the doghouse, and they are not nice. They are in fact the opposite of nice, and very unique. And there's the doghouse, and there's a very important thing about the doghouse. A little bit into the overworld area. The reason I'm kind of looking at the map here, feeling a little bit uncertain, is because we found a few things. We got this ball, we got this ampule, but that's a healing item. So I think it's a healing item. So the only usable thing per se is this rubber ball, used by children. So I need to find some place where we could use this damn thing. It's almost like the kind of thing where you would use it to distract the zombie children. So that area is blocked off. We couldn't throw it down the chasm. Let me just check a bunch of doors. Let's check here. We've already been here before, obviously. Maybe there's something else I just haven't tried. Guess I could have tried the ball on I don't know. Well, let's think about this. Did we get the ball from... We got it from the wall of things. You know, let's try this. I don't know if I actually tried this. This way again. Wait a second. Wait a goddamn second. How did I do that? Hold on. Let's keep walking. Maybe there's a gate that's here. Okay, there it is. I was gonna say, did they just teleport me to a new area? Well, crap, maybe I haven't investigated the boys' room then. Did I just walk into the same restroom multiple times? Because at first I was thinking oh, I've been to the boys' room. I checked both doors, didn't I? And now I'm thinking maybe I haven't. I have not been in here, I don't think. Well, that's embarrassing. I guess I just blinded it. I guess I didn't notice that I had just walked by the same room, or walked into the same room multiple times then. Oh, that was silly of me. Spoiler for me. Yeah. If you want it, if you could post it to me, I love it. I know exactly what you're referring to, and it's very good and perfectly spoiler free. It's very good. I'm a fan. There's no dogs around here. Followed by face getting ripped off. Donates $10. Turn left. Oh, yeah, like webcam. Like, yeah. I've thought about that, actually. I've thought about maybe not even, like, having that as an incentive. Just having that on forever. Just having, like, a separate little dog cam. I'd have to buy a separate webcam, which wouldn't be an ill-advised investment. The only tricky thing is he rotates to about 3 different spots. He likes to be on his little doggy bed. He likes to be underneath my desk. And then sometimes he'll just like, go to the other room. He'll just hop to the other room and sleep in, like, in his cage. He's kind of weird. He's like, his cage is like his safe zone. Like he appears at least to feel safe and comforted. Oh my. Oh, this is like the thing that we saw in the intro, in the prologue. So like he does not appear to be alive right now, at least. But anyway, yeah. So he has a few different spots to be in. So I might have to like have a couple different angles to have prepared. Beef jerky to distract. That's legit, actually. And fascinate a woman by offering a piece of cheese. I mean, in my experience, that's not incorrect a lot of the time. Spot you thrifted. Oh, that's sweet to say, Timmy. No, what I would probably do is I would look for an opportunity to upgrade my current webcam and then use my old webcam for dog cam, something like that. That way I could like kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I do appreciate that. That's very generous of you to offer, Timmy. There's our shotgun. It's like a sawed-off, man. And then some writing on the wall. What do you guys think? Should I check the wall first or check the fucking crucified? I guess not crucified, like the duct tape crucifixion man. Why would somebody... ... Nothing happened. What this? Leonard Rhine, the monster lurks. I don't know. Anything else? Is this like a piece of paper? Nope. Why would somebody? Yeah, I'm still amazed by how pretty chill Harry is being about this whole thing. Like, he's definitely put off by things, but he's like, he's not so much like I would be. I would be, this is fucking horrifying. What the fuck is all this? This place is a nightmare. Harry's like, why has this body been crucified to the wall like this? I don't understand what this means. What does this thing mean? I just murdered a child demon baby. What is this? Is this a dream? He's so, like, detached. Maybe detachment is the only way you could deal with the horrors that is this fucking nightmare. Like, excuse me. Oh god, I'm dying. Maybe Silent Hill, the Silent Hill experience is to just disassociate the whole time. Maybe he's got it figured out, and I'm the dingus. This is where people hang out, that's correct. Yeah, Leonard Rhine, yeah, Leonard Rhine, yeah, shoutouts. He's a good dude, I think. How many jump scares? It's a good question. I don't know if we've really had any jump scares per se. There are some spooky moments and some like moments of like, holy shit, what the fuck? But I don't think I can think of any like legit jump scares just yet, at least. It's unlocked. I never tried this door. Are you shitting my butt out of my ass? I'm such an idiot. I thought this whole time that door was locked. All right, well that at least makes that easier. So have I tried this door then? I just fucking didn't try a lot of doors then, did I? There's more demon babies. Demon children. Oh god. I can murk him in the back of the head. Alright, so I'm gonna knock these things out in the order that I felled them. Order in which they were felled. Oh, he's already dead, because I shot him. Extra time. The ringing has stopped. Monsters have been slain. So this is a room I have only just recently begun to explore, the teacher's room. Now, the teacher's rooms that I've been in don't usually involve giant cockroaches and or children with knives that I can literally murder to death. But these are strange times we are in. Looking for anything of significance. Thing to pick up. There's a door. This way. What is this? It's just flavor, not flavor text, but flavor textures. Flavor textures, huh? I see what I did there. Oh, yeah, like the Midwestern. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, the Midwestern winter feast. Milk, eggs, and bread. Yeah, no, you're right, Timmy. Yeah, whenever there's winter, in fact, that's going to be coming up pretty soon. Now that we're approaching December and, you know, we're approaching winter months. We don't have any snow in the forecast anytime soon, obviously, but as we approach the winter months, that'll be a thing. Because, yes, here in the Midwest, I don't know if other regions are like this, but in the Midwest, in the United States, continental United States, if there is winter weather approaching and it's looking kind of spicy, like it might get kind of bad, what you can do is go to a grocery store like the day before or like maybe the day of a winter weather advisory, and you will note that for some reason all the bread has been bought, most of the eggs have been bought out, all the milk is gone. Like, people buy out so many perishable things during right before a winter snowstorm or the risk of a winter snowstorm. And I think there's an explanation for it, but I do not know what it is. Because what do you gain by like stockpiling something that can expire in like a week? You know, like milk. So I don't know. Like, maybe it's just people saying like maybe it's just everybody saying I want one more for funsies. But I worry that it's people stockpiling because they don't understand that things go bad or something. I don't know. It's very strange. Got more ammo, of course. What's this? Oh, they're telephones. Okay. And one of them is off the hook. In fact, two of them are off the hook. Only one is on a hook. But of course, they're all disconnected. Can't use the phone. Yeah. Yeah, you don't say. What my favorite thing about that, Timmy, is one thing is French toast. I saw one where a dude just had... Oh, sorry. I tried to set my controller down. He has a bowl. He pours milk in the bowl. Cracks like 2 eggs, puts drops the 2 eggs in the bowl of milk, and then just slams a loaf of bread on top of the milk bowl. And he was like, about to enjoy my Midwestern winter feast. It's like, oh yes, my favorite feast: a bowl of milk, raw eggs, and just a loaf of bread without any preparation, just slapped together. Delicious. Is 999 having a drink? Is that like a reference to something, Nico? Like a... Or do you mean like something with my channel point incentives? It requires refrigeration, yeah. What if they lose power? That's what I'm saying, Interdemon. These are very perishable things. It'd be one thing if they were stockpiling like canned food or something like that. You know, canned beverages. Gallons of milk for bathing. Now, man, I like to bathe in the blood of my enemies. Usually a little bit better for my skin, you know? It's better for my complexion. Okay, can't open that one. My wife wanted some corn dogs, so I'm getting some. No big deal. You know what? I respect it. I respect his tenacity. Oh! Wasn't expecting the ringy-ding-ding. Let's listen in. Oh.
Daddy, where are you?
Cheryl!
Oh. Actual goosebumps, by the way. Prank calls. Hilarious! These darn kids. That was good. Actual goosebumps. On my end, at least. That was actually good. That's some fucking Stranger Things Season 1 shit. You guys remember that shit? I don't want to spoil it. But holy fuck, man. Stranger Things Season 1? Oh, man. Some, like, really good fucking acting with a situation that is adjacent to that. And, like, oh, fuck, man. You can just hear it in those scenes. Like, you can hear the desperation. So it's like, yeah, man. That's some good shit. Shiny nipples. That's correct. I have shiny nipples right now. Hello, Insig. Thank you for complimenting my nipples. It's a good meal. Water is fine bread. Or no, water is fine. Bread is fine. Eggs and milk, though, yeah. Well, I mean, bread goes bad after, like, well, I guess it depends on when you buy it, but like a week or 2. Eggs usually go bad after, like, maybe less than a month. Like, maybe 3 weeks, we'll say. And yeah, then milk. Yeah, milk, ugh. Milk, not so, yeah, not so good. Yeah, milk can get bad pretty quickly, unfortunately. Orange blob. Oh, this little friend. This little friend right here. So that's not specifically an SCP reference. That was designed by a friend of the channel. His name is Jake. There's his website. He does lots of cool little characters like that. I love his art style. In fact, I need to contact Jake because I have more emote slots as of last week. All affiliates got more emote slots recently. So I need to contact our boy to get more emotes at some point. I've got some ideas, but I need to hit him up to be like, yo, would you be down to make some things for me? And I will pay you money dollars. So that'll be exciting. So yeah, I just like commissioned him to just invent some characters for me, some little friends. Oh, hydration. Thank you, Warbird, for the hydrate. Is she playing with the demon kids? Maybe she was one of the demon kids. Maybe we've already murdered her, honestly. What if we've already shot her dead? Go back in time and see it again. Yeah, if you could, like, lobotomize that one part of your brain that remembers it. As, dude, I mean, I like Stranger Things a lot. I like all the seasons. Like, they all have something new that they bring to the table. Fuck, man. That season 1, though, that just came out of nowhere. The writing was incredible. That style of horror was just, for me, for my money, is my shit. That's like the shit I love. I love that style of horror. And like, there's some really good acting. And man, there are some scenes where it's like, again, I don't want to spoil it, but man, in situations not unlike the one that we just had, you can just hear it in their voices. They're so desperate and like, oh, I want to talk about it more, but I shouldn't because again, spoilers. But fucking hell, it's so good. They're all the seasons are good, but good lord, so fucking good, dude. So heckin' good. Once you know, you know. That's right. Got more. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all affiliates got more emotes. I'm pretty sure because they announced that. Yeah, it's like if you. Well, I've been thinking about this. I guess it'd be like based on the like highest number of sub points you've had at some point or something like that. There is like a formula for it to determine how many you will have now. But yeah, if you go to your dashboard and go to the affiliate or partner, I guess, but the affiliate section for most of us, there should be a little spot that says like how many open spots you have. Open slots, that is. Hell in the daycare. Yes, this is the meat grinder daycare school. The snacks and hell daycare probably awful. You're probably not wrong. We can go up if we wanted to. What else do we have here? It is getting pretty late. Maybe I should wrap up pretty soon. Let's explore a little bit more. I wasn't expecting that to open, actually. Souls don't taste good to humans. Inner Demon says that since he himself is not a human, but a demon who is inside, he's inside of all of us. With movie show memory. Yeah, exactly. Selective choosing to forget certain things at will. Door is jammed. Door jammies. So the chemistry lab and little side storage area or closet does us no good. Ooh, nice camera. Trying to look for like hidden little snacks, like little health beverages. And little tucked away corners. It's a host vessel, that's right. Come back to Earth once the pandemic's over. I don't know, man. Place is kind of fucked right now, honestly. You know, 2 out of 10 would not fap again, is my review for Earth. As of recent. 2 out of 10, or maybe 3 out of 10 would have to be a pretty desperate fap. Not my proudest fap. No, Harry isn't exactly... It's Harry, right? Harry isn't exactly like, you know, Combat McGee over here. But I like to think he's getting... Oh, what the hell? I shot you 3 times. You're supposed to fall over, you fucking cheater. Because now this guy's getting up. I have to waste more bullets. There we go. He's not exactly Combat McGee out here, but he does all right. Like, you know, he's getting good. I like to think I'm getting better at kind of funneling my way through this game's combat system, but, you know, we're baby steps. Oh. Just kick the children, Harry. Talking about fapping? Yes. Fapping proudly, that is. You know, like the pursuant to the question of, like, you know, hashtag not my proudest fap, that kind of subject. He has a gun. Yeah, but we all know that kicking something is more effective than shooting something. Like, you know, I shot them 3-4 times, but I had to kick them to finish the job, you know, to really kill them dead. So, bullets are great, but a boot to the head, apparently, is extra effective for Satan children. Send him flying across the room. Maybe that's the one thing they should have done with the HD remake, remaster of sorts, is that they would have had realistic children yeet physics. Then we could have been in business, you know? Then and only then could this game be considered art. The telltale Jingle Bojangles. As of Satan Billy over there. Every once in a while I hear like some moaning. A little bit. I feel like that's more off-putting than zombie like dead thing noises. Like brains. Like the minute you hear something like it's when Wingardium Leviosa. Oh, like the minute you hear something like that in the distance, in a dark meat grinder school, that's when it's time to worry. So we can't go any further to the top right. This door's, well, actually, have I tried it? Oops. Just pick up a chair and fucking, yeah, just smack them in the head. Fucking smackdown style their asses. I thought you meant pick up the children, just fucking chuck them out the window or something. Steel toe boot. Yeah, maybe. It looks like he's just got, you know, just plain ass dress shoes or something. Flashlight. Yeah, thankfully it does not. Oh god, that would be awful. Limited battery life, because then I'd have to play fast. And I play very slow when it comes to games like this. Fucking Demon Sloth Billy. Classic Demon Sloth Billy out there. You're watching hentai. That's correct. They have the volume turned up way too high, and their neighbors are trying to be cool about it, but, you know, I just want to let them know it's obvious. It's like Waluigi. Waluigi knows you're smoking, knows you're high at work. He's not going to say anything, but he's just giving you a heads up that it's very obvious. Also, oh, that camera angle gives me the not so good feels. See how that camera angle switches over very suddenly to say, like, hey, look at these things on the wall. I can't inspect them, which is a little bit unfortunate. The camera's like, look what I can do. Kick the knives out of there. Well, yeah, the knee biting would still be an issue, but probably less of an issue. Was that beep? Was it a beep or like a squeak? Like a squeaky door, maybe. Need some WD-40. Flashlight is powered. Yeah, that's right. Wait, Inner Demon, are you implying that Harry has, like, nuclear-powered genitals? I bet Harry's a passionate lover. I bet he's got it going on. Like, I bet he's, like, really, he's, like, not like an asshole about it. Like, I bet he's confident, you know? He knows what he's got, and he's not, you know, he doesn't overly flaunt it. Yeah, camera angle. Yeah, it's always like, that's deliberate. Environmental storytelling is so big for a game like this, as we've seen. Like, the music puzzle was a perfect example of that, where that little hint that we saw... Yep, that's not... The little hint that we saw with that clock we thought was a clock in the room turned out to be not insignificant. Knee-biting prompts for the demon kids. Yeah, that's right. Finish him. Let's go down that road. That's right. I'm going down that road. Unlucky moves. That's what I'm saying. That's why he's so, like, nonplussed about this whole situation. The confidence that comes to the 12-inch dick, can you imagine? Because, yeah, no wonder he's like, he sees a fucking zombie crucified to the wall, and he's like, what is this? What's going on here? He shoots 3 children in the head, zombie children in the head. He's like, this place is strange. There's something wrong about this school. Drainage valve. Nothing unusual. Oh, I can't do the thing? Here, what if I rub a rubber ball against it? What if I shoot with a shotgun? I'm saving the shotgun for what may or may not be boss battles. That's why he runs kind of fun. Yeah, that explains the kind of gait that he has. Yeah. Why he doesn't stand up very straight. Put the hand camera on. I mean, I would say the camera placements are pretty appropriate. There are times where they're a little bit, like, clunky, but I think that clunkiness is intentional. It's, like, supposed to make you feel a little, like, off-put. So I would say the camera placements rarely work against you, in my opinion, at least. Oh, wow, that's a really well-hidden key, just out of reach. What if I shoot it with a shotgun? Or use my ball, or something. What's up, Fade Gold? Camera behind the shoulder. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's, like, the modern standard, for better or for worse. Much as I love, like, Resident Evil 4, and, like, I appreciate, like, Gears of War. It's like, game devs everywhere were like, well, that's it. We've solved the camera problem. Some backstory to this conversation of the protagonist being hung like a fucking champ. Hell yeah. Hey, welcome back, Poba. Yeah, it's a good game, dude. It's a good game, and I'm really enjoying it. I will be wrapping up fairly soon just because it is getting kind of late, but this game is awesome, and I'm very much looking forward to playing more of it, and the subsequent games for that matter as well. Some cool shit out here, man. Find it kind of relaxing. It's definitely like, it's kind of nice almost knowing, that there probably aren't jump scares. So it's like, I can relax in that I can just like drink in the atmosphere. I can just kind of soak in the spookiness without feeling like I have to be panicked. It's more like being creeped out versus being like anxious, because being anxious for me at least is exhausting. I'm not a huge fan of that feeling, whereas being just like a little bit like something's not right, I find that to be more engaging from a horror perspective. Nothing special. So maybe I should be checking more of these holes. I should inspect all the holes, because this one's got a key that is just barely out of reach. He's got 2 big manly ass man hands. Looking for other holes. I'm on a hole quest. This is the only time I've actually been on the roof, I think. There's a few, yeah, like big sequences. Yeah, we got the valve, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty low-key for the most part. And I appreciate that the storytelling and like the way the game kind of guides you is done through the environment and not through like elaborate cutscenes that kind of take you out of the element. So there's a lot of things I definitely appreciate with like how the game is doing, is making all this happen. I don't see any other holes though. There's a that's what she said in there, a joke in there somewhere, I swear. Keep coming back to this valve, but just says nothing unusual. He makes no attempt to turn it. Oh, now we do. Oh, yes. Oh, because we looked at the key. Oh, that's right. I need to remember, when you inspect certain things, it activates some kind of flag in the game sometimes, and that enables different interactions. I need to remember that, because sometimes I interact with a thing. That's right. Quick, Harry, stick your giant... You know what? That's fine. Yeah. Stick your impressively well-endowed... ... Anyway, nothing special. So we know exactly what to do here. So, yeah, I don't think we would have even gotten the opportunity to do this had we not first seen where the water was going to go. Look at that. We're so smart. He's too big for the hole. That's why everyone likes it. That's why everybody loves Harry. I wonder why they call him Harry. Wouldn't you like to know? And now... Wasn't there a Bomberman 64 puzzle that was kind of similar? My brain always defaults to Bomberman 64. As it should. Can I retrieve my ball? Stuffed inside the pipe. I cannot. My balls are there forever. Can you retrieve the key now? Oh, went down. Oh, went down the drain. I was thinking maybe it would flood it and it would like percolate up, like float up. So it would go down. Oh, crap. Wrong button. No ball for me. We're balling out of control. No, never mind the blood splatters on this part of the wall here. Or the fact that you can't really see anywhere. We're just in the nether realms right now. The netherverse. Magically need to pick up the ball. He did. He had... Oh, see, this makes me nervous. That camera angle feels very deliberate. Now, but except the staircase is right in front of us. So maybe they won't begin to shit my pants. Yeah, like that's a good positioning for these things might be about to move, maybe. Maybe. But yeah, he has horror movie, horror game, sixth sense where he knows when an object is valuable enough to pick up. Because we saw those headless dolls. He somehow had the clairvoyance to know that those headless dolls would be useless, but that ball would come in real clutch. Alright, so that valve would have been kind of in that top corner. So we need to get to the library reserve, I think. Or the library, or like the... Well, sure, let's not count our chickens before they hatch. As I hiccup loudly. Excuse me. Let's check this door real quick. It's possible that maybe if we go back to the alternate version, the initial version of the school, maybe there's something else to this. I'm also hoping it'll be super obvious wherever the key ends up. It's locked. Wouldn't that be some shit if the key is inside the library reserve and it opens the door that we're in front of right now? Yes, somehow they know that magical twig's gonna really come in clutch. Somehow. Have I been to that side? I have not. I could still check the boiler room. Or what would be the boiler room, I suppose. So we'll try that. Yeah, I hadn't even thought where the drain would end up. I'm hoping it'll be fairly obvious. It could be on the ground floor, actually. That would maybe make sense. Yeah, I guess ground floor would have to make the most sense, actually. Yeah, library. Yeah, why would it drain out to library? That wouldn't make sense. Yeah, so never mind. That wouldn't make sense. Let's go down then. See if there's maybe an area in the basement. Because I don't think I've actually explored the basement yet. Oh, and that's why. Wrong button. Oh, no, I was about to say, there is no basement. No, there is a basement, but it's behind a door that is not going to open willingly. Let's check the courtyard. Because draining outside makes sense. Like that awkward stop he does, kind of, sort of. So yeah, for a moment there, I thought I saw a drainage pipe above. Oh, here we go. Yeah, perfect. Classroom key, yes. All right, friends, that's where we're gonna end it for the night. I'm getting kind of sleepy, so I need to wrap things up. Let's find ourselves a safe spot. Let me think for a second. Where was the save zone? Here in the meat grinder zone. I think it was either in the infirmary or the reception. So let's check both of those. We'll find ourselves a raid target. So if you want to stick with me a little bit longer, we'll find ourselves a raid target. We can throw some love over some other folks. So we had a lot of very nice people raid us. The least we can do, absolute least we can do, is to pay it forward and find ourselves a raid target. That way we can keep the party going. Not slowing down. Yeah, I mean, I'm tired. I'm not like, I'm not like barely, I'm not like struggling to stay awake, but yeah, I'm getting tired enough. And also it's late. So even if I wasn't getting tired, I should end the stream soon because I work in the morning like a doofus, like a chump, like a corporate sellout. Maybe the yeah, I mean, actually, I guess the infirmary would make sense because that's where the previous save was. Woke up at midnight, Magix. I know you've mentioned that sometimes the old insomnia kicks in at weird times. So that is, I'm sure, a gigantic pain in the ass. So it still calls it the infirmary. It's just the blood infirmary, the meat grinder infirmary. Biological needs. I know, what a bunch of nerds, right? All right, friends. This game kicks ass. This game is really damn good. I saved. Do I double save? You bet your sweet juicy booty I'm gonna double save. All right, this game is awesome. I'm gonna play more of it. You bet your sweet titties I'm gonna play more of it. This game's great. Thank you all for joining in tonight. I really appreciate that a lot of, I don't want to say a lot of people, but a number of people are turning out for, like, you know, old scary PS1 games that you can't, that are kind of hard to acquire nowadays. I appreciate people going out of the way to hang out. Also, shouts to Waffles for winning the poll, by the way. Barely. It was a close race, but Waffles won by one spot, by one vote. Pancakes and French Toast tied for second place. So if not for my vote, Waffles would have been a three-way tie with Waffles, French Toast, and Pancakes. So good call, JD, on it's a good split the room, if nothing else.